Today's game on KFJb-tv is brought to you by Assured Partners, Boy Scouts of America, Edward Jones, Agent Zach Wall, Embers Retirement Community, Honest Heating and Cooling, Jensen Ford, Legends American Grill, Lennox Employees Credit Union, Marshalltown Area Chamber, Marshalltown Community College, McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, Pence Appliance and TV, Wayward Social, Zeno's, Wandering Creek, Wells Fargo Advisors, Laurel Diesel Services, Calvin Rocket, your Marshalltown Hy-Vee, Central State Bank. Countdown to tip-off on your home for the Bobcats, KFJb-tv.
Welcome to Des Moines East High School. Brandon Lewis, Dylan Doze with you here tonight on KFJb-tv as the Bobcats get ready to take on the Des Moines East Scarlets. Dylan Doze, I'm Brandon Lewis. Thanks for joining us tonight. It's our final game of the front half of the schedule before we get into Christmas action, and Dylan, a big one on the line. Bobcats can get back to 500 here tonight.
It really is, and we've seen Trey Brooks now. This will be his fourth start in a row. Bobcats undefeated when he starts, and you look at the statistics, if it be Corey Smith, Kyle Smith, or even Carter Giannetto, all their scoring output has increased with Trey in that starting lineup.
Yeah, and he has increased the assists, and he's decreased the turnovers, which have been a huge difference maker in turnaround of the three-game winning streak.
Trey is so gifted, but he's also unselfish with over 6 assists a game. And really what I'm excited about last year coming into East is when a once promising season was on the free fall. Now what started off in a really difficult situation for the Bobcats, now they've seen some energy happen.
Yeah.
And you saw the energy in the roundhouse during that Fort Dodge, the start of that Fort Dodge game. These kids are playing with a lot of swag to them, and this is becoming a pretty good Bobcats team.
This is not a tall team, but it is a team that does a lot of things really well.
Yeah, and it's one that wants to play fast. I know Coach Apple really wants defense. We've seen the length on the perimeter really help that. But as they've gotten in the flow with that very unselfish point guard position and the ability to shoot the ball, the Bobcats look really good in transition. They're not going to be someone that throws it inside. They're going to play a lot of 5 out. And really, East will play a lot of 5 out as well. They're not very big, but they even have less experience at the varsity level than the Bobcats do. Yeah,
it's one of those things too, right? Their best player from a year ago, he's over at Roosevelt. Their coach had to resign after last season. He was put on paid administrative leave, and then you just look at the talent influx as well, too.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a team that at 1-6, they are really struggling to find who they are early on.
They really are. I was looking at them last year. 7 players played in their win against Marshalltown here. 6 of them were non-seniors. 1 player returns, and that's Jamal Taylor.
Yeah.
Everyone else is brand new, and they play like they're brand new. Watching them against Roosevelt sped them up, and they just turned the ball over, either forced and unforced. They look like a very young team that does not have a lot of experience. They do have some bright spots. We'll talk a little bit more about it later, but Taylor comes back. He had 10 points, 8 rebounds, looks pretty good, but that Abel Michael, he's a kid that shoots it at almost 60% from 3. They have a couple bright spots, but if the Bobcats can speed them up, this should make a 4-4 Bobcat team going into the Christmas break.
Yeah, that'd definitely be a good feeling heading into the Christmas break, that's for sure. JV went extra long tonight, so we're going to have the entire second half of the girls' game And they are off to a nice start. 33-12, they're up at the break so far.
Yeah, Kinsley Bowie is in double digits. Georgia Jansen has at least 7 points, and Frankie Long is doing Frankie Long things on the boards. Bobcats are trapping all over the place. We were talking about, if you've seen a little bit of what Mason City has done to us in the past, is a little bit what we're seeing here tonight with what we're doing to the Scarlet of East High.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. We'll have the entire second half of the girls' game coming up. You're watching Bobcat basketball right here on your home for the Cats, KFJb-tv.
The right insurance agent can make all the difference. Assured Partners agents represent multiple insurance companies. They can pick and choose from a larger variety of outstanding insurance options. Assured Partners also handles life and health insurance and Medicare supplement coverage. With access to local, regional, and national insurance companies, Assured Partners will create policies tailored to the coverage you need. For more information, go online to assuredpartners.com/Marshalltown. Power through partnership with Assured Partners in Marshalltown, Toledo, and West Des Moines.
It's Adventure On for Marshalltown Scouting. Adventures like backpacking, ziplining, rock climbing, canoeing, swimming, and more. Survival skills for a Scout's greatest adventure, life. Scouts give back to the community. Marshalltown Scouts have provided over 1 million hours of service to our community in our 70-plus year history. Scout leaders are highly trained and screened. Parents are a huge part of Scouting, too. Scouting provides unique opportunities available nowhere else. To learn more about Scouting in Marshalltown, go to iascout.org. Adventure On.
Welcome back. Super Tuesday on KFJb-TV. Brandon Lewis, Dylan Doze alongside me tonight on the road in the Des Moines Metro. Capitol Building just down the road from us here as we welcome you back into coverage, bonus coverage tonight here on KFJb-TV. As the second half just starting, 8 minutes on the clock. Bobcats leading at 33-12 out of the halftime break. And there's a big three hit on cue by Kate Stemsrud on the left wing by the Scarlets, and it's 33-15, a much-needed bucket to get them nearly back within half here tonight.
Yeah, East has 5 buckets here tonight, 4 of those from three-point land. Bobcats have really been efficient offensively, getting anywhere they want to go.
Capello out on the right wing, kicks to Allie Hughes. She's wide open, just holds the basketball. 10 seconds now on the shot clock. Extra pass to Long. It's going to be batted away and out of bounds on the Scarlets. 8 seconds left on the shot clock with 7:16 in the third quarter here tonight. But, you know, it's been interesting to see because the Bobcats this year have, you know, I look back to their opening game of the season against South Tama and, you know, won that game handily, but that game started out with South Tama on top to begin as Capello gets this one to roll in. A good bucket right there, up by 20 now. But this is a team that kind of struggles with positivity, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's something new for them that they're finally coming to realize. And here's Bowie on a breakaway, turnover. Can't get the layup to go, but she'll go to line for a couple free throws. But this is a team, as Coach Murphy's even talked about it a little bit, like learning how to play with a lead and, you know, all those things that come with building a winning culture.
Yeah, they have not been front runners very often in their season, and this year really was the switch. How can we go from, as Kinsley Bowie misses the first, how can we go from our goal is to be competitive, and then last year we got a couple wins. This year is how can we go from being competitive to closing out games, to closing out people, as Bowie misses both, but Capello gets the rebound. And I think it's getting better, but you can definitely tell tonight they are the much better team as Bowie misses the three and Asia Thompson gets a rebound. They're a much better team than East, but they have gotten a little bit sloppy at points.
Missed down low on the right block. Can't get it to go for Smith. And now the Bobcats rip it away as Bowie brings it up the far side. Swing pass over the near side. Capello, man.
Just take it to the rack.
Take that shot out there. A little hesitant. But also not a bad thing when you're up by 20 points to wind down that shot clock a little bit. Heitman takes a couple steps in. She'll take a shot. It's off the iron. And Long went for the rebound. I think that's going to be off East. And yeah, it is. It will stay with the Bobcats.
Really, East, everything ebbs and flows with Asia Thompson, the 6'1 senior, number 23 right there in the middle of your screen. She averages over 15, almost 16 points a game, 12 rebounds, an astounding 5 blocks a game. But really, East struggles outside of that. And what the Bobcats, when they've been effective, they have gone away from Asia Thompson on offense, go away. Where they've gotten in trouble is when they just try to take it straight at her.
Mm-hmm. So Bobcats with the basketball, baseline right side. Bowie will be the inbound.
Heitman left wide open in the corner.
Frankie kind of forcing that one over a couple of defenders that will stay with the Bobcats.
That's the one thing East is going to come in and trap. They're going to bring an extra defender, maybe 2. And where the Bobcats have struggled a little bit tonight is to recognize if it's 1-on-3, there's 2 people open.
Yeah. Long shot for Bowie. Can't get it to go, but a rebound by Long inside. Puts it back. Can't get the shot to go, but she'll go to the line for a couple of free throws where their team leading by 20 with 5:49 to go in the third quarter.
And Asia Thompson picking up 2 quick fouls to start this second half, and she's going to be subbed out. And really, East has struggled a ton with Asia Thompson on the bench because she's also a lead ball handler. They go from 6'1 in the middle to about 5'7 in the middle. And Long makes the second.
It's like putting you out there.
It is. Well, in college, Coach always said you're the best 5'6" post player in the world, which is a nice way of saying is you're not fast enough to play the perimeter.
You were able to get those shots, a rainbow shot over the tall guys down low, huh?
I've got a menagerie of scoop shots from any block you want.
From the hip, here goes.
That's right. It's like let Jor soar. It's there goes Does.
Long rips it away. East got it back for a second. A putback now. Long with a block, and it bounces out right wing, controlled for Des Moines East. Hockmuth has it. Now feeds it. There's Let It Rain from the right wing, and I think we're dribbling it out of bounds in the baseline. We were. Lauren Zayati, turnover East.
Do we own the lyrics to Pinball Wizard? Because that's what that whole possession looked like.
Moving around there. Approaching the 5-minute mark in the third quarter. Capeyu drives to the free throw line. Double treble. That'll be a turnover on the Bobcats.
She is just, she's got the skill. She's got the ball handling. She's got a half dozen here tonight. I'd love Sydney just to do it.
A little more decisive.
So decisive. Just put your foot and go. And she's got all the handle, but she walks herself into turnovers quite often.
But again, going from inside to outside, a little more ball control as Heitman forces a turnover. I think and she's still a sophomore. You kind of have to remember that because she played so much as a freshman last year that, it's kind of one of those things where she's still adjusting to the new role. Heitman, runner in the paint, and it goes. Bounced out, but then dropped in. So Heitman good for 2, and the Bobcats up 38-15.
And one thing I like about Heitman games so far tonight, she's a much more willing shooter. We even talked to her on Bobcat Live, and she was like, I'm not all that in. Well, her mom actually said, well, you've got to shoot the ball. And that is such a foreign concept that you would like to be out on a basketball court, but if you had the opportunity to shoot, you're like, I'd rather not. But she's much more of a willing shooter here tonight.
Hughes picks up the foul for the Bobcats. As this will send to the line Hockmuth. And first free throw for her, no good, as Tabitha Hockmuth, the senior guard, at 5'2".
And you see
she looks taller than 5'2".
I think it's the angle.
Okay.
It might be the angle.
Yeah.
But you look at Georgia Jansen. She had 7 first quarter points, and Bobcats were up 6-0 and then went down 7-6. But she scored the last 7 points to make it 15-7 at the end of the quarter, and that really is where the lead started to stretch out.
From Aaron Johnson, free throw line, bounce pass over to Sydney Capeyu. Underhand to Mora. Now to Hughes. Right block. Pass out to Capello. She'll drive baseline. Hughes was wide open. Didn't feed it to her. Now Georgia Jansen drives, loses it off of East. Jansen rips it right back, gets the basketball. Amara Johnson, here we go. Three's off the mark. Hughes turns right around. The hoop is right there, but I think she was a little bit too underneath the hoop for that shot to go. And the ball last touched by East. A little sloppy.
Little bit sloppy, and Ellie got the best early Christmas present of all time.
Yeah.
And just couldn't put it in the hole.
Capello drives in. Floater, no good. East with the rebound.
Doing the right thing of attacking without Thompson in there, but just not finishing so far.
Here's Hughes, got it to Jansen. Now Mora pushes the issue to Amara Johnson. Johnson, right block, gets it to go. And the freshman continuing to extend the lead, now up 25 with 3:20 in the third quarter.
Mora did a real nice job there in the first half, got an assist there. She also picked up a bucket in that first half.
How about Georgia Jansen right there defensively? She got in the way of the Scarlets. Bobcats got the ball back and then had it poked out of bounds on the baseline. It would be Bobcat basketball. As checking in, Harper Wilson for the Bobcats, as well as Aubrey Tejada. More to inbound, baseline left side into Georgia Jansen between three defenders. Can't get the shot to go, but hey, look who's hanging out there, the senior, Mora. Put back is good from the right block.
Pretty sure that's a career high at 4 points for Mora here tonight, and it's nice to see Harper Wilson getting some early play tonight as East turns it over again. She got a bucket the other night against Mason City.
Stemsrud was the intended target down to the right block, but it goes off of her hands out of bounds. Bobcat basketball leading by 27 points, 42-15.
It's got to be great for these young ladies just to have one where they're just, as Tejada knocks down a two. Oh, her foot was on the line. She's got 4 tonight.
Just inside the arc right there from the left wing, and you gave her enough time to just spot that shot up, and she knocked it down, and now Amara Johnson helps force a turnover. It's a 3 on kind of 1 from trailing from behind. Georgia Jansen loses it, but Harper Wilson cleans it up for 2. And how about that? Timeout on the floor. We'll take a timeout. Cats are up 29. Actually 31.
That math gets you in trouble every time.
I forgot Harper made the shot, so I was thinking, Thanks, Dylan. Appreciate your lack of support. This is Bobcat basketball on KFJb-tv. Pushed out of the pocket. Barker is chasing him. Can he get to him? Wade throws late over the middle field. Is it picked? Do the Bobcats have it? Yeah, they do! 2:16 to go in the third quarter. Bobcats up by 31 points right now. Last play, Jansen with a miss, but Harper Wilson with the putback for 2. And Bobcats running away with it, looking to go to 4-5 before the Christmas break and eclipse last year's mark, obviously, of 3 wins a year ago.
That is such a huge deal looking at it. I was watching, even in warm-ups as I was watching them, looking really crisp during their warm-ups. Remembering just a couple years ago, you could tell there's a couple ballers on the team, but there was a lot of people very new to the sport. Now you see these freshman and sophomore class coming through. This is a team that's just on the rise, getting more wins already. You go into Christmas, you've got 4 wins. You've got to feel pretty good. Allow you, when you get back into shoot around, get into practice, a little bit more energy over the break, getting ready for Ames at the beginning of next year.
I know you got to prove it on the floor, right? And the Bobcats have not proved it for many years.
Yes.
But this is a team that, probably not getting a whole lot of love is Amara Johnson, a phenomenal freshman with the play. Layup is good, draws the foul. She is so good at that.
She is a lot better. She's strong. She's not tall, but she's strong. You see it right here. She can take on. She gets bumped pretty well, and that's her second her second and one here tonight, but she is just growing leaps and bounds over probably the last 2.5 weeks with a lot more intention with her dribble.
Can't get the free throw to go, but Georgia Jansen, rebound, put back. She's going to be headed to the free throw line with 1:59 in the third quarter. Bobcats leading 48-15. Another trip to the free throw line, Georgia Jansen. But anyway, I was going to say, for as many freshmen and sophomore going forward, I don't expect the Des Moines Register or anybody to be writing, here's how we think the Bobcats are going to be a state title competitor, in a couple of years from now. But what I'm getting at is this is a team that's got huge potential for the future if everybody kind of sticks together, including even next year, because, you'll have Ellie Hughes. She'll be a year older. Yep. She'll be a senior next year. And it's just very exciting because the future looks very bright.
Yeah, it definitely does. And even the age of the conference kind of matches up with our maturation, because next year Mason City won't have something that they've had the entire time we've called games together, Reggie Spots.
Yeah.
And she's probably the best player in the Iowa Alliance North.
Harper Wilson gets the ball back after the Bobcats almost turned it over. More in the backcourt. Over the midcourt stripe. Picks up her dribble, loses it, ripped away. And now East will lose it out of bounds. They try to save it. Harper Wilson there again to save it for the Bobcats. Pass down to the right block. Boy, what a scoop and score right there. Dylan's favorite kind of play from Amara Johnson as she hustles back and gives a high five to Mora.
She even did the gritty on the way down. She's got 10 here tonight, and all in transition.
And Georgia Jansen with a pick. And she's going to take it away, and she's going to be fouled out on the right wing as she was going in for an easy layup. Yeah, how about that? Good pass by Tejada. Really good presence by the senior. Good pass to Amara Johnson.
Tejada's made some nice plays tonight. Probably the best part of her game. She's got a pretty good mid-range jump shot. She's hit that a couple times.
They were going to say it on the sideline, but it is at 5, so...
Yeah. So it'll be
two free throws for Georgia Jansen. No good. 52-15. What's the lead, Dylan?
The lead is at 37.
Which means?
It means a running clock.
Which means?
We may get to tip-off before 7:45 Mountain Time.
Harper Wilson for 2.
Look at that, 39 points. 39-point lead. This has got to feel really good. And as we go to the quarter break, I'm going to do a little bit of research to see what the highest point total for the girls' team is recently.
East tries to get a bucket inside, down to the right block. Now left block. Mora blocks a shot, but it's going to be a foul. And Lauren Zayati, she'll head to the free throw line with 23 seconds in the third quarter. 54-15 is our score as the Bobcats are leading it. Mountain Time, though. I'm from Colorado, born in Colorado.
And I have visited Colorado.
Oh, really? Where'd you visit?
Just all of it.
What do you mean? You flew over in a plane?
I drove through it because
Huh?
I went
going?
whitewater rafting about an hour south of
Denver,
of Colorado Springs, and
I've
also been
south.
Yeah.
So you're getting like Mesa territory.
Yeah, it was a pretty cool area. You drive by
down to Colorado or what? Wherever?
Yeah, it was down to Colorado.
Wow, look at you.
Drove by the
really
high-security federal prison where the Unabomber is, or was.
I think Colorado leads the nation in maximum security prisons. It's kind of out of control, actually. Like the ball was right there for a second. 54-15. How about that, Cat fans? Bobcat ladies up big.
Rocking and rolling. Love it.
And half the Bobcats were up. 33-12. They now take a fourth quarter lead, 54-15. We're back with the fourth, final 8 minutes at Des Moines East on KFJb-tv. Welcome in to Bobcat Live. We side. Rosie's at Wayward Social. Bobcat ladies up 54-15. 8 minutes to go inside Des Moines East High School. Let's get a scoreboard update. Find out some girls' final scores for and in. All brought to you by Central State Bank.
Well, the west side of Marshall County will be happy as West Marshall beats Perry 55-27. Collins Maxwell leads Colo 28-10 halfway through the third. Ankeny Centennial, the Jaguars lead Ankeny 49-44 with 3 minutes to go. South Hamilton leads PCM 59-35. We have Gladbrook Rhinebeck 22, Wapsie Valley 18 at half, and Union Community leads East Marshall 29-11 at halftime.
Capeyu into Long for two. Can't get it to go, but Ellie Hughes says, that's my ball. Now Long says, that's my ball off the miss from Hughes. Long hits the deck. She's headed to the line for a couple of, actually, no, that should be a foul on the floor. No shooting foul, so Bobcats will keep the basketball.
I think they called it a jump ball.
Oh, they did. My favorite call, Dylan.
Or maybe not. I'm not sure.
No, yeah I was going to say, yeah, jump ball, East basketball.
And
there's, you know, that's what I always say. Not like a good jump ball.
Brooksy giving us some nice heads up. It said, hey, so the highest point total the Bobcats had before tonight was 45 this year against South Tama. They did score 62 against Hoover last year. Continue to look back, I think the Bobcats have a chance to probably put up a number that we have not seen in a handful of years.
You know, that's Jeff Brooks right there earning his paycheck.
That's right. Brooksy is always the best back at the studio.
That's what I've always said about him. Nobody earns a paycheck like Jeff. Long will be fouled inside and out at the right block. I think she's going to go to line for two here.
Yeah, they said she was shooting. See, Frankie's had kind of the rhythm of the first shot is a miss, second shot is a make. Let's see if we can get both ends of the two shots here.
How about this? We got Jacob Gudith and crew making the travel tonight to support Bobcat basketball.
I think the Bobcat fan base might outnumber the Scarlet here tonight.
Yeah, there's a good crowd here tonight for girls and boys basketball.
We're really just in the shadow of the Capitol. I had actually never been to East High before. I've driven past it not knowingly.
Yeah, I came here by myself last year.
Yes, did. And I am going to tell you, after the guys' game, the way that went with the Bobcats scoring 2 points in the third quarter, I would like to tell you I watched the whole game after that 2-point third quarter.
I'm guessing you didn't.
I did not. I did not.
40-point lead for the ladies. How about it after the second free throw made for Frankie Long? 6:40 and counting in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, the Bobcats' length, especially as they spent most of the game with about a three-quarter court trapping press, really sped up East and really were able to make a lot of turnovers.
Harper Wilson knocked that one out of bounds on the baseline. Good defense right there for the Bobcat ladies. Inbound down to the right blocks, taken away. Good job by the Bobcats. Check it in. Tia Gallegos. She's up there on the right wing. What's up?
Love to see it all. Aubrey Tejada, wide open corner.
Skims off the iron. East with the rebound.
Love
Under
to see
6.
Everyone's getting a lot of opportunity to play here tonight.
Yeah, these are good minutes right here. You know what I mean? As Wilson is just a sophomore. Almost a carry, almost a travel, but I think she lost just enough to not draw the turnover on the Bobcats. More up the court. Now back to Gallegos. She'll drive in. Why not? Ball ripped away by East. He'll toss it up. Hockmuth gathers it back. And East almost turned it over, but gather it back in up high. Got some length on the court right there. Asia Thompson, a senior at 6'1". Bobcats come away with the basketball, though. Mora brings it up, far side.
Yeah, Asia Thompson on the year is averaging more points than what East currently has.
Tejada can't get the shot to go. We approach the 5-minute mark in the girls' game in the fourth quarter. Ladies leading 55-15, 40-point lead.
Even with that miss, Aubrey Tejada's playing time has gone up and down this year, and I think one of the reasons why it's gone down at points is she's very indecisive at points. I'd like to see her go off the bounce. She has a good shot.
Yeah, she made nearly a 3-point bucket. She's definitely clutch when you leave her wide open.
Yeah, and I'd like to see her shoot that a lot more, be more aggressive in taking her own shot.
So we do get a tie-up jump ball. And basketball back to the Bobcats with 4:15 and counting. Not like a good running clock as well. And like that just makes you feel good, right?
Yes.
Mora can't bank it. Wilson, though, rebound inside. Gets tied up. Oh, there we go. There we go. Conference is leading the nation in jump balls.
Yeah, it's the Conference of Champions. Champions in loose balls.
55-15, 40-point lead. Guys are antsy over there on the far side, getting ready to get going here tonight.
Yeah, the original tip time was 4 minutes ago, so yeah, everybody's ready to get these games going.
All out of bounds on East. Turnover. Tejada will inbound as we're under 3.5 minutes to go. I just like to see the Bobcat pride. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like to see a good fan base on the road. Because I'll tell you right now, this is more fans here for the Marshalltown Bobcats than there were last year.
Well, I think it's where the guys are playing really good basketball right now, but so are the ladies.
Yeah.
It is really, we had a doubleheader sweep last Tuesday at the Roundhouse. Like to see that here at East as well.
If you come to the game, you get to see us.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, that's just like a cherry on top, really.
It really is a delight. You know, I know we're intimidating on screen, but we're just like everyone else when you come up to us.
Is it like an afternoon delight, or is it like a Dixieland delight? Like, what kind of delight are we going at here?
An Ev's delight? I love me an Ev's delight.
2.5 minutes to go at Des Moines East. Wilson down low right block. That one tipped, and she can't get the shot to go. Ripped away by East. As Gallegos gave it a chance. 40-point game. They'll dump it in, but a little bit too high. Sails out of bounds in the baseline. 2 minutes to go in the girls' game.
And you can tell East is just kind of dejected right now. Head coach is just a lot of encouragement on the sideline, but you can tell they're pretty frustrated so far.
Under 2 minutes. Wilson. Gallegos getting in the mix. She's fired up. How about that bucket right there?
I'm not positive, but I think that's her first bucket.
I'm pretty, of the season, I know for sure. But I think varsity first bucket as well. Good job, Tia, right there.
And watching her in JV over the last couple of years, she is always on go. She's very aggressive.
Jumper, in and out. East cannot buy a bucket.
No.
And now they do buy a bucket. On cue.
That is Araceli Aguilar's second bank jump shot. She banked in a 3 earlier, and now she got an 18-footer off the glass.
Leading the Conference of Champions in bank shots. Mora drive inside, can't get it to go. 40-point game, 57-17, foul drawn. Drive in for the right wing, Asia Thompson, the senior forward, stops the clock at 43 seconds to go in the girls' game.
You see that Asia Thompson has some skill set at 6'1". Here on this East team, she's asked to do a lot, so that ends up being taking some bad shots and things like that. But you saw 6'1" out in the open, able to go off the bounce a little bit.
And Thompson, free throw, no good. Wilson, Harper Wilson, I think no relation to Wilson from Home Improvement.
Or Brian Wilson from the Beach Boy fame. Or Flip Wilson, the comedian.
Or Russell Wilson. But
no, actually, they're related. they're related.
This Wilson is cooking, unlike the other one. Come on, Russ.
Oh, I'm sorry about your Broncos fandom.
Yeah, it's all good.
The Bears ridiculously gave up a game again as well.
Georgia Jansen with a good move with the left hand. You love to see it, Dylan.
Love to see it. She joins Kinsley Bowie and Amara Johnson in double figures. That's 11 points there for Georgia Jansen, the sophomore.
Make it rain. Thompson can't get it to go. Ball bounces around down low. 3 Bobcats trying to rip it out. Let it fly. Left wing, Jansen gets the rebound. That'll do it. 59-20 will be our final score. How about that? Win for the Bobcat ladies tonight as they go to 4-5 before the midway break. Des Moines East drops to 1-8. This is a huge momentum booster going into your Christmas break, especially, Ames is sitting there first game out of the gate in January.
Yeah, you're sitting at 4-5. You're playing really well. It was a huge win, not only in the margin, but every single young lady contributed to winning here tonight. Yeah. And that does something for you. It allows a little bit of an extra skip in your jump as they go into the last couple days of class where they get pats on the back saying, hey, good job, great win. And now knowing before you even open your Christmas presents, you've already got more wins than last year.
Plus, you had a little saying in there. I do want you to know that I went to Oliver Bean. I think it was Oliver Bean yesterday. I'm trying to remember. We went to a couple stores. I think it was down to Oliver Bean.
Yep.
They had a warm heart, warm hands. Or cold hands, warm heart on a glass. You said that was not the right saying, but it was. I just want to let you know.
I actually think it's the wrong saying, but they're big fans of us. So they got some merch made after you made that mention.
All right, so the ladies win it again, 59-20, as we'll talk to Brian Murphy, head girls basketball coach, at halftime of the boys' game as they go to 4-5 on the season. We resume the countdown to tip-off for the boys' game. That's coming up next right here on KFJb-TV.
Don't let concerns about shifts in the market disrupt your long-term financial goals. Edward Jones financial advisor Zach Wall can help. He'll work with you on an investment strategy for long-term results. Edward Jones can give you the tools and knowledge for a steady approach to hitting your financial targets. Get started by giving Zach Wall a call at 641-752-3017 in Marshalltown or visiting edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
This is Lindsay, Director of the Embers Retirement Community in Marshalltown. The holidays are a very special time at the Embers. We decorate the common areas with beautiful, festive decorations. Our residents personalize their apartments with their own decorations too. Family members from around the area and the country come to visit their loved ones. It's a fun time of the year, full of warmth. This time next year, you could be decorating your own apartment. Wishing you a safe and Merry Christmas from the Embers Retirement Community.
Welcome back into the countdown to tip-off. Let's take a look around the conference in Super Tuesday action, Dylan.
The other two teams undefeated in the Iowa Alliance North is Waterloo East and Ames, and they face off at Harrison Barnes Gym in Ames here tonight. Mason City travels to Spencer. Lincoln goes to Norwalk. Waukee goes over to Des Moines Roosevelt. And then just around the metro, Valley takes on Southeast Polk. Centennial and Ankeny have a big game. Urbandale's at Waukee Northwest, and Dallas Center Grimes is at Johnston. And as you know, West Marshall's playing Perry, and East Marshall has Union Community here tonight.
All right, so that is coming up here tonight. We'll keep an eye on those scores as we are counting you down to tip-off. Coming up next, we will talk to head coach Mike Apple on our pregame chat, all brought to you by Exterior Plus Home Remodeling. This is Bobcat Basketball. You're watching KFJb-TV.
My furnace from 1990 is kind of like my husband. Doesn't perform very well, but I'd rather fix it than replace it.
Like you, Honest Heating and Cooling would rather repair your furnace or AC. We take the time to diagnose the issue and do everything possible to restore it before recommending a new one. Repair, restore. That's Honest. Serving Marshalltown and around. Honest Heating and Cooling. Your Amana dealer. America's brand for comfort. Honest Heating and Cooling.
Since 1967, Jensen Ford Lincoln has served generations of families around central Iowa. Quality vehicles, professional service, knowledge of our product, that's a part of Jensen. But what's more important to us is a trust that has passed down from every previous generation. Jensen Ford Lincoln wants to serve your family for generations. We want to be there for your first car. We want to be there for your family SUV. And we want to see you drive away in the Mustang you always dreamed of. At Jensen, we want to be here for you now and every mile along the way.
Small businesses are the backbone of our community. Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce reminds you that when you shop locally, you are benefiting members of our community and adding to our local community overall. You'll find local business owners are generally more knowledgeable, provide better service, and even know their customers by name. Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce exists to be an advocate for our business community. Membership in the Chamber benefits your business and adds to the strength of our advocacy efforts. For more information on shopping locally and Chamber membership, go to Marshalltown.org.
This is Brady from Legends American Grill. The holiday season is upon us, and it's time to book your company or family get-togethers today. Legends has 2 private party rooms available to help ease with the stress and make your party a success. We even offer party package deals and banquet options to help with your planning process. Call Legends at 641-752-1237 and book your party today. Legends American Grill is Marshalltown Steakhouse.
Welcome back into the Countdown to Tip-Off right here on KFJb-tv. Now joined by head coach Mike Apple. It's our pregame chat, all brought to you by Exterior Plus Home Remodeling. Bobcats coming off a winning effort on Friday night as you took down the Fort Dodge Dodgers inside the Roundhouse, now traveling on the road to round out the front half of your schedule before the holiday break. Coach, what was your message to your team heading into this one here tonight as you look to cap off on a 4-game winning streak to get back to 500?
Yeah, we just got to stay focused and locked in to what we're trying to do, and that comes with preparation and practice and how hard we practice each day. And I thought our guys did that.
3-game winning streak for the Marshalltown Bobcats. No coincidence. 3-game winning streak spurred by Trayshawn Brooks back in the starting lineup. Assists are way up. He's top 10 in the state in assists, and turnovers way down since he's been back in the starting lineup. Mixing well with his teammates, it seems. How special of a player he is to what your team really wants to do night in and night out.
Well, it's a good balance, obviously, of having a guy that has the ability to handle the ball like he does and handle pressure. So that allows us to, not necessarily have as many turnovers because he's that guy that can do that. And he has the ability to attack and put the pressure on the defense and get guys open as well. So the combination of those things have been really huge for us.
We look at the young sophomore. We talked about him a lot, but number 1 in 4A in 3-pointers made per game. He's got the most. He's, up there in points scored as well. He's doing a lot of things really well, including on the defensive end. We talked a little bit about that the other night with him, but his role, do you think he has a huge grasp on it? Do you think that's why he's kind of led to some of his success?
Yeah, I think how Kyle just approaches each day, you can tell he really loves the game and wants to do it. So he's focused and ready to go, and he really cares about it. So and then he has he's very talented and he's very skilled, and that just comes with the amount of work he's put into it. So he's a guy that doesn't really surprise me with what he's doing right now, just because I've seen it for a long time.
Another guy that's really started to heat things up, Carter Giannetto. He was our player of the game the other night. He had 14 points, 3 assists. What do you think kind of was his early season funk, running that point guard, and now maybe he's more in a comfortable position?
Yeah, we were asking Carter to do a lot. A guy that rarely got out of the game, so he's playing every minute, usually trying to guard one of the better players that they have. And then, trying to run primarily point guard and taking care of the ball for us and getting us into our stuff. So just having Trey back as another guy that can handle the ball and get us into our offense has been big for Carter. He's a little more comfortable playing off guard at times. So it's great to see him get into a good rhythm last game and make some shots.
Guys come in on a 3-game winning streak. You started out on a 4-game losing streak. You know, basketball and other sports can be so contagious, but it seems like at the high school level, too, that, you know, kids can get down on themselves, things can compile, but you got to give a lot of credit to your team. They really turned it around here, it seems like.
Yeah, they have, and I'm proud of how they've responded after a shaky start there, you know, and they've had the mindset of coming to practice and keep working and competing, and that's been huge for us to turn this thing around.
Des Moines East without one of their guys, Wright, who you saw earlier this year. He's over at Roosevelt. Their head coach is gone, so an alum is now coaching for Des Moines East. What do you know about the Scarlets?
You know, they're going to play hard and they're scrappy. You know, they're going to try and mix it up, and they'll try and go a little pressure on us, full court defense and things like that, and trap us. And so we got to be ready for that and handle it the right way and not get out of control. Understand we can still play our game and get really good shots. And then just really just take care of the ball, continue to be locked in like we have been the past few games, just our focus and ready to play, and play hard. You know, that's a standard we have. We talk about a lot. Just continue to play hard, and good things will happen for us.
Last question for you, Coach. Of course, you know you're going to have a little bit of a layoff, and you've got Ames waiting for you on the 5th of January. How key is it to get back to 500 here tonight and really come out strong against a Scarlet team struggling?
Yeah, you know, absolutely. It's a game where we really emphasize let's end here before break the right way. You know, this is a game we got to be ready to play. They're going to be excited to play as well, coming off a victory against Hoover. So they got some momentum as well. So we need to be ready and ready to go here.
Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
All right, that is head coach Mike Apple. Our pregame chat all brought to you by Exterior Plus Home Remodeling. We'll check out tonight's starting lineups when we come back from Des Moines East High School. This is the countdown to tip-off. You're watching KFJb-TV.
My name's Lake Schultz. I'm the co-owner of Exterior Plus Home Remodeling. At Exterior Plus, we truly strive to build relationships one customer at a time. And that's why we're the Midwest's #1 choice in full home remodels. Located in Marshalltown, Iowa, as well as Lincoln, Nebraska, we pride ourselves in providing quality service on time, every time. Give us a call for a free inspection and estimate at 844-261-6111. That's 844-261-6111. Thanks. Talk to you soon.
The equity in your home is power. Power to remodel your home. Take a memorable vacation. Add a deck or patio. Lennox Employees Credit Union can help you unleash the financial power you possess with a home equity loan. Consolidate debt, fund a student loan, or pay for a wedding. The loan process is easy. See Lennox Employees Credit Union, 1004 East Main Street in Marshalltown. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. Online at lennoxecu.com.
Today's game on KFJb-TV is brought to you by McGregor's Furniture and Mattress. Quality furniture for every room in your home. Pence Appliance and TV. For sales and service of everything appliance, come see the Pence team. Wayward Social. The place for bowling, games, food, and more. Wells Fargo Advisors. Marshalltown. Sports Plus. Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center. SportsPlusTherapy.com.
Back at Des Moines East High School, Bobcat basketball tonight on KFJb-TV. It is a Super Tuesday. Let's get you to tonight's starting lineups. Brought to you by Sandvik Enterprises in Marshalltown. Let them deliver for you while we deliver you the starting lineup. Well, you see Jamal Taylor highlighted there for the Scarlets on our starting lineups on KFJb-TV. As Jamal Taylor, like Dylan alluded to, a returner from last year's squad, 7.7 points per game. He is a 6'1 senior, hauling in 5.4 rebounds per game. Shoots it at 35% from long distance, so got to keep an eye on him from long range tonight.
Yeah, they actually shoot it. There's a couple guys that'll shoot it all right from the three-point land that I think that's how East can stay in this. If they can get hot from deep, they can stick around, and when you stick around, anything can happen.
Number 4, Trayvon Kelly will start tonight. 4 points per game, 1.4 rebounds per game, a 5'9 junior. Number 13, Craig Farley, 6.9 points per game, 2.9 rebounds per game, a 5'8 junior. Also getting the start tonight, number 23, Tate Warren, 3.7 points per game, 4.7 rebounds per game, the 6'1 junior guard. And rounding out the starting 5 for head coach DeMarco Turner. He's an East grad. He played at Central College his first year coaching. Number 30, Bryant Nunez will start. 5.8 points per game, 3.8 rebounds per game, a 6'2 senior guard. That is the starting 5 for the East Scarlets here tonight. Now for the Marshalltown Bobcats, led by head coach Mike Apple, 6th year, former Bobcat himself. Number 1, Carter Gianetto will start, averaging 7.6 points per game, 3.6 rebounds per game, a little over 2 assists per game. A 5'10 senior committed to go play at Simpson. He had 14 points, 3 assists on Friday night against Fort Dodge. Number 3, Trayshawn Brooks. He's been huge in getting the Bobcats back in a 3-game winning streak now. 25 assists in 3 games played so far. A 6'1 senior, 7.5 points per game, 4.5 rebounds per game. Hard to believe he's only played 4 games. He's started 3 games. He's second in 4A, though, at 6.3 assists per game.
Yeah, he is so good at facilitating the ball, and it all starts because it's not just that he has good vision, but he's able to break down defenses and create these really great open passing lanes, and his shooters are just knocking them down.
And those shooters knocking him down is Kyle Smith, number 10. He'll get the start, 6'3 sophomore, 16.4 points per game. He is 10th in 4A in points at 115. He is number 1 in threes per game, and he's number 1 overall in three-pointers made at 31 coming into this. And also, can't forget the defensive side. He's 10th in steals.
He is tremendous. He's also actually the highest scoring sophomore at the 4A level. He's averaging just all around. He's just incredible. He has 17 threes in the last 3 games.
His brother, number 11, Corey Smith, will also get the start as 6'1 senior, 6.3 points per game. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Bobcats, number 24, Rogelio Sarin. He may not fill up the stat sheet, but he does a lot out there that makes a difference. 5 points per game, 3.4 rebounds per game. 6'1 senior Rogelio Sarin. This is the countdown to tip-off. You're watching KFJb-TV. Welcome in to Bobcat Live. We are inside Rosie's at Wayward Social. Back at Des Moines East, counting you down to tip-off tonight between the Bobcats and the Scarlets. Let's get a look at our keys to the game tonight, Dylan.
All right, we're going to have a little bit of an NBA theme here tonight. Instead of CP3, Marshalltown's key to the game is CG3. Really, Carter Gianetto, we've seen be much more aggressive over these last 3 games, starting and averaging over 10 points a game in his last 3. But I really like to see tonight, I anticipate the Bobcats are going to be able to stretch this out and get their 4th win. But I'd love to see Carter get a couple threes knocked down. So as he goes into Christmas break, he's not thinking I'm shooting 15% from 3, but he's getting a couple there. And then Des Moines East, Hack-a-Shack. They get to the line, 50 more free throw attempts than the Bobcats, but they are only making them at 42% clip. They've got to make free throws to win this one.
Tip-off is next on KFJb-TV.
Ready to take the next step in your education? Look no further. Marshalltown Community College is your ticket to endless opportunities. Our dedicated faculty and diverse programs are your pathway to success. Whether you're pursuing a career in healthcare, industry, or earning your AA degree, MCC offers the flexibility you need. We provide convenient online classes and locations in Marshalltown and Grinnell. Picture yourself thriving at MCC. Your journey begins now. Discover more at MarshalltownCommunityCollege.com.
Welcome in to Bobcat Live. We are inside Rosie's at Wayward Social. will take the three. Boy, that's a pure bucket right there. Here we go tonight at Des Moines East. The only thing that's ran ahead of schedule, our opening tip-off tonight between the Bobcats and the Scarlets. As we are underway in the boys' game, Bobcats won the opening tip on the opening possession. Just 25 seconds gone in the game so far. 5 seconds down on the shot clock now as Brooks drives in. That one's going to be out of bounds. Last touch by Trayshawn, they say. And a turnover on the Bobcats to open up the basketball game as East will get the possession. Jamal Taylor will inbound as he'll get the basketball to Craig Farley. Farley controls the basketball, dribbling to the right wing. Now swings it back to the left wing to Kelly. Kelly's going to drive and a travel. Did not put that ball down right away. And Trayvon Kelly will turn it over, the 5'9 junior, with the turnover early on. 22 turnovers per game is what they're averaging coming into this one. Bobcats averaged 7 less turnovers than that a game. And the Bobcats into the front court. Rogelio Serra now around the perimeter. Bobcats go, cutting Kyle Smith down the left block. An extra pass to his teammate Rogelio Serra. Give the assist to Kyle Smith. And Serra with the 2-point bucket opens things up on the road with a minute gone.
Epitome of Bobcats basketball in this winning streak is unselfish play. Kyle Smith had a good look, but not as good as Rowe did. An easy pass and two for Sarin.
One thing, Kyle Smith can score it a lot, but he definitely does, set his teammates up quite a bit. As right there, he will come away with a steal. Fast break. Lays it back to Corey Smith. Now to Giannetto in transition. He slowed it down, gets it back to Kyle Smith, and the Bobcats will have to run their offense.
You'd like to see Kyle a little bit more more selfish in that one.
Backdoor cut, extra kick, Kyle Smith. Right wing pops in and out, no good on his first 3-ball attempt of the night as we have nearly 2 minutes gone in this opening quarter. 3 from straight on. It's off the glass. Rogelio Serra tried to get the rebound. He could not control it off to the Craig Farley 3-point miss. And it will be Des Moines East basketball on the right baseline with 26 seconds on the shot clock. Inbound goes to Jamal Taylor. He's going to go into the paint, almost stepped with a couple feet. Now Kyle Smith blocks the shot from behind, and Kyle Smith cannot believe it. But that's going to be his first foul of the night.
That looked to be a lot of Wilson. That did not seem to be a lot of Taylor on that one. That looked like a clean block.
So they rule it a shooting foul. This sends Jamal Taylor to the free throw line for 2, a 55% free throw shooter. And the first one is good with 5:55 stopped in the first quarter. 3-1 is our score as the Bobcats, actually 2-1. I don't know why the scoreboard says 3-1. 2-1 is our score. We had it right. Second free throw no good. Giannetto with the rebound. Bring it up near side, up to Kyle Smith. Off of him, pass a little too hot to handle. Turnover to Bobcats. And just as we were highlighting how good the Bobcats have been with not turning the ball over, they've committed a couple of early turnovers.
Yeah, they've been a little bit sloppy here tonight.
And the shot clock was not running, and they'll reset that. But, since Trayshawn Brooks has been back in the starting lineup, last 3 games, 46 assists, 31 turnovers. You like those numbers?
Absolutely love them, but that's what shows when you have everybody in the right position. That's what you need. Another turnover by East.
Yeah, Farley travels Bobcat basketball, 5:39 first quarter. Brooks with the inbounds. Some late pressure. Bobcats beat it easily. Corey Smith, right block, hesitates. Travel, got to be called. Turnover as DeMarco Turner, head coach for the Scarlets, also making the call along with the official right there. He saw that as Turner played his college ball at Central. But he is an East grad himself as he watched the offense as Jamal Taylor brings it over midcourt. Down low into the paint, kick out near side. 3 is off the back of the iron. Kyle Smith rebound off the missed 3 by Nunez.
Smith grabs almost 6.5 rebounds a game from that guard position.
Kyle Smith gets the feed, and he is pure right there from the right wing as Rogelio Serra picks up the assist.
Yeah, Kyle they all know he's hot. They all know if they can give him a little bit of space, it's almost a layup out there for him, and he knocks down just another three again.
Corey Smith, great defense, goes up strong, straight up, a putback on a miss. Taylor, no good. That rims out. Bobcats with the basketball. Giannetto, angle dribbles to the left wing, kick out Kyle Smith. Second three of the night. Boom, right there. 6 early on for the sophomore, and the Bobcats up 8-1. Scoreboard still wrong in the arena.
We would love to take that extra point,
yeah, why not?
But yeah, it's 8-1. But really, basketball is a simple game. If you get it to the lane, you're going to have wide open shooters. Bobcats finding the wide open shooter, just happens to be the best shooter in 4A basketball.
Under 4.5 minutes to go. A flailing shot in the paint, trying to get the foul. Here's a fast break, a 2-on-1. Trayshawn with the layup, an easy one for the senior. His first bucket of the night. Timeout to Marco Turner. We'll take it with them. 4:13 first quarter. Cats all over the Scarlets on the road tonight.
You'll find the perfect mattress for you at McGregor's Furniture and Mattress. You choose the firmness, comfort, and support level, all at a great price. McGregor's always has a great selection of sofas, recliners, dining room, and bedroom furniture to help you live and relax in comfort and style. Their staff will help you find just what you're looking for. McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, downtown Marshalltown, is open 7 days a week. They're proud to support Bobcat Athletics.
This is Galil Joy. You're watching Bobcat basketball on KFJb-tv.
4:13 opening quarter. 10-1 is our score as the Bobcats lead it. Kyle Smith, couple made threes tonight. Off to a good start for the sophomore.
He's absolutely always locked and loaded, ready to shoot it, and there is no hesitation. And the best thing for a shooter is to shoot everything in rhythm. Don't think about it, just do it. And Kyle's had so much success just all year long, but specifically over these last 3 games with Trey starting at the point guard. He's made 17 threes, now 19 threes in the last 4 games.
I encourage thinking about things in life, Dylan, but when you're open, don't think about it. Just shoot it.
Yeah,
right?
Think about a lot of things.
The more you think about it, the more you think about things that could go wrong, right?
Exactly. Just allow your body, that muscle memory, to take over.
Jamal Taylor gets the inbounds pass up on the Marshalltown Hy-Vee scoreboard. 10-1 Bobcats. We approach the 4-minute mark in the opening quarter of action tonight. Here on Sam Powell courts. Left block shot, no good. Rebound for East. Putback is no good. Another putback. This one will go off the initial miss with Bryant Nunez. And he gets his first bucket of the night for East. Their first field goal as the Bobcats are leading it 10-3.
Yeah, Giannetto just didn't get off the ground. He went to try to block out Nunez, and Nunez just jumped over top of him.
Kyle Smith, they rotate it near side quarter. Corey Smith goes in right like he is fouled. Foul's going to come in on, I believe, Trayvon Kelly. And it will be on Trayvon Kelly, his first foul of the night. As the clock stops at 3:34, some substitutions coming in for the Bobcats, but we have free throws as Corey Smith, a 44% free throw shooter, will go to the line.
He missed his first 6 on the year, shot it a little bit better here recently.
Rolls in the first free throw, second one to come as Lamar Johnson is into the game. Checking out is Rogelio Sarin for the Bobcats. I think Lamar really just, over Christmas, he needs to have some hot chocolate.
Yep.
Mom needs to make him up some fudge.
And a hot pack on his back.
Yeah.
And he'll
maybe
be
a nice
ready
heated
to go.
blanket.
That's right.
He just needs some rest. You know, I can tell he's still walking around a little ginger, and I think a little rest will do him well during the Christmas holiday break. And I think he can be a big threat for this team.
His front line athleticism, ability for offensive rebounds is a big, big deal.
3, Abel Michael, 57% from long range. Makes that one. Got to get a guy on him, Dylan.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about him in the pregame. He really is the guy that can make it go, and you've got to get a handout on that shooter.
Kyle Smith, behind the back pass over to Giannetto, left wing. Crossover dribble, down to the left block, hesitation move, pops it back out to Lamar Johnson. He was looking for that avenue, but it's shut down. Now Trayshawn kicks near side. The senior Thiessen skims off the iron, but Lamar Johnson with a nice rebound as he just checked in. Giannetto goes into the paint. Floater off the glass. It's good for 2 for Giannetto. CG3. But in that case, CJ2.
CJ2, CJ3, it all counts on the scoreboard. Just really assertive to the rack. And you see there that you see it right here, just right into the lane. The glass is your friend, makes it. One of the things you see here with what East wants to do, they're going to pressure, and that man defense, they're going to pressure around the perimeter. But once you're able to take them off the bounce, there's nobody there in the middle of the court to deny your shot.
Under 2.5 minutes to go on Sam Powell court. Bobcats drop it into Trayshawn Brooks. He's going to be fouled from behind by Bryce Dix. He'll pick up his first foul of the night. He is a 5'7" senior. And he's kind of rocking with a mullet here tonight, Dylan.
Well, little known fact, it's the same perm mullet you had for many years in high school.
That's true. That was shortly after my spiking my hair stage. Lamar Johnson into the paint, hangs up, draws a foul. That one can't go, but 2 fouls and 2 free throws for Lamar Johnson. Foul comes in on Chance Sutton, his first of the night, team's third.
Yeah, East has really struggled, just the way they want to bring pressure in that, but once they get across the bounce, one of the things with the Bobcats, all 5 players out there can put it on the deck.
Lamar Johnson does not connect with the first free throw. Bobcats up 14-6 on the Marshalltown Hy-Vee scoreboard. Lamar Johnson 20% on the season at the free throw stripe, and that one hangs off the front of the iron, no good. Rebound for East, cleared out to Dix as he brings it up the far sideline. Angle dribbles to the East low at midcourt. Now to left wing, then back up to the top of the key. Giannetto out there to quickly guard Michael. Michael hangs kind of up and under. Lamar Johnson misses his shot. Rebound, Trayshawn Brooks. He'll push the issue up court. Within transition. Third 3 of the night can't go. It's off the right side of the iron, but Lamar Johnson saving the basketball. And it will stay with the Bobcats on the right side here, as it looked like Tate Warren wanted that one right there for Des Moines East.
I thought he knocked it off the Bobcats. I'm glad I'm wrong on that one.
Inbound goes to Trayshawn Brooks, left wing to Giannetto. We're going to pop it inside on a flash in the paint by Trayshawn Brooks. Now they will get it to him. And he'll drive baseline. That's a good power move right past. Kyle Smith gets the kick out. No assist right there, is not able to get that shot to go. A tip up. Oh, we're playing volleyball now. But Trayshawn Brooks comes down with the basketball on the near side corner. Has the ball knocked away. Gets it out. Kyle Smith. 3. No. Boy, that one wanted to go in but couldn't get it. Giannetto now. Another offensive rebound. This is making head coach Apple happy but probably frustrated at the same time. He loves the offensive rebounds, but a little bit out of control right now for the Bobcat offense. Under a minute to go in the opening quarter. Kick out Giannetto. Can he get this one? No, he cannot. And now Michael gets the rebound for East. That's a carry right there as he lost the basketball nearly. Now kick out right wing. Dix drives in, picks up his dribble. Back to Tate Warren. And it looks like we're going to have a foul on the Bobcats in the paint with 42 seconds to go in the opening quarter. As that foul will come in on Trayshawn Brooks. 42 seconds, 14-6 is our score. Baseline right side, Michael will be the one to inbound for Des Moines East.
These rims have not been shooter-friendly here tonight.
No, kind of like a year ago when the Bobcats were here. Struggled with it. An illegal screen is going to be set by Jamal Taylor, as Taylor will pick up his first in the night. That's the 4th team foul on the Scarlets tonight, as the Bobcats will get the basketball back after the the foul on Des Moines East. So 38 seconds to go in the opening quarter.
As the East starting to extend that pressure.
And they'll get beat down court. Giannetto hesitates off the glass. Can't get it to go. Ripping away the rebound. Chance Sutton clear out to Michael. Michael pushes the issue. Draws the foul. That will be on Kyle Smith. His second foul of the night. And that will be a free throw to come. As that's a good play by Abel Michael. He has 5 in the game and the and 1 to come.
Really feels like East has brought the most aggressiveness. And Bobcats have been able to execute a little bit more on the offensive end, but Bobcats have just been beat down inside on the defensive end.
Mikel is pure for the and one. He has 6. Scarlets back in this one, 14-9. Trayshawn Brooks gets the ball over midcourt up to Corey Smith. Now back to Giannetto. Bobcats play for the final shot of the opening quarter here tonight on the road in the Des Moines Metro. Giannetto gets a screen. Now way out. 3 off the back of the iron, and we go to the second quarter. Bobcats can't get a lot of shots to fall. They had a lot of opportunities that slipped away. They're up by 5 as we enter the second quarter. Right here on your home for the Cats, KFJb-tv.
You should never have to wait after ordering new appliances. At Penn's Appliance, you wouldn't. With an incredible selection in stock and ready to install today. Our friendly team is here to help you pick the perfect set to match your style. And let our professional technicians install and set up your new appliances, often delivering the very next day. Stop in today, see all the new features, and find your new look at Penn's Appliance. For sales and service of everything appliance, go see the Pence team.
My name's Carter Giannetto, and you're watching Bobcat basketball on KFJb-tv.
Up on the Marshalltown Hy-Vee scoreboard, Bobcats leading 14-9 at the end of the first quarter. Let's get a scoreboard update on brought to you by Central State Bank. Dylan, some finals starting to pour in.
Yeah, one of the best finals. Bobcat girls beat East 59-20 in our first game. We also have Collins Maxwell beat Colonesco 54-20, South Hardin 60, PCM 38. Grundy Center 49, AP 40. That was all girls scores. Boys scores, Ankeny Centennial 33, Ankeny 28 at half, Urbandale 26 over Waukee Northwest 24 early in the second half. At halftime, South Hamilton 28, PCM 21. Grundy is up on AP 21-20 at the end of one, and Union is up 36-28 over East Marshall at halftime.
East will begin with the basketball here in the second quarter as Taylor got the inbounds pass over to Abel Mikel. And an NBA 3 from the left wing is off the right side of the iron. Rahelio Sarin went for the rebound, couldn't get it. And Mikel, if he's in the gym, he's open. It seems like he's one of those shooters.
Yeah, he's been pretty good. Averages almost 10 points a game, which leads East. And he does not lack for confidence with the ball in his hands.
Tegan Warren's going to check in. A late substitution as Tate Warren will check out. Inbound, Mikel. Catches near side. Trayshawn Brooks guarding on him. Up to the top of the key. A drive by Chance Sutton. Puts it up. No good. And a foul's going to be called. And that one will come in on Lamar Johnson. His first of the night for the Bobcats.
You see this East team. They had their first win last Friday night against Hoover, but about 24 hours later, Urbandale took them down.
Sutton at the line for 2, and Chance Sutton makes the first free throw. Second one to come after that foul on Lamar Johnson. Second free throw, no good. Tipped out of there. Giannetto with the basketball. 14-10. Giannetto kicks out. Corey Smith. That one off the left side of the iron. Kicks out to the right. Dick's got the rebound. He'll bring it up himself. Mikel looked like he was going to pull up from near head coach Mike Apple on the Bobcat bench, but decided not to. Cross-court pass to Warren. Warren passes. Jamal Taylor has it ripped away from him. Giannetto comes away with the basketball. Spin move over the East logo at midcourt. Now up to Corey Smith, now to Trayshawn Brooks. Acts like he's going to take the 3, now drives baseline, hangs up and puts that one in. And Brooks with 4 in the game. That's a beautiful baseline drive.
Yeah, they ran out on Trey. Trey had a wide open baseline, took it with authority.
And now Sutton has it taken away by Lamar Johnson. Great play by Johnson. Trayshawn Brooks kicks, extra pass. Giannetto drives, free throw line jumper, good.
He has been very, very good getting into the lane and dropping that teardrop here today.
Mikel over the timeline, over the right wing. Gets a screen, pops it out near side corner. Extra pass there to Warren. trying to get it into Sutton, but Lamar Johnson doing a nice job of guarding him, taking away those angles. Long pass into the paint. Johnson almost rips it away, but now that was enough to get it off the mark as Giannetto helped to force the turnover. Corey Smith in transition. Layup, it's good. Corey Smith with 4, and the Bobcats just like that, up by 10 with 6 to go before half.
Corey does such a good job, only standing at 6'1", but uses his body to shield off the defender and is able to keenly bounce it off the glass for 2.
Michael, give and go, but Trayshawn almost picked it up, but Sutton gathers it back in, and that one hits the iron about 7 times and goes in for the first field goal for Sutton, 3 in the game for him.
Somehow that did not end up in the Bobcats' hands, kind of pinballed its way around, and Sutton finally put it in for 2.
Lamar Johnson, a little roll. He set the screen for Corey Smith, uses it. Corey loses the basketball out of bounds. Baseline turnover, Bobcats up by 8 with 5:29 to go.
You see there, Corey, just a nice job of shielding the defender, gets it up off the glass. One thing we have not seen from the Bobcats here tonight that I'd like to see a little bit of is some pressure, picking them up three-quarters court at least, because this East team has turned the ball over quite a bit whenever it's been given pressure. And I'd love to see us speed up the game and really start turning the East over.
Bobcats looking for a sweep tonight as the girls already took care of business. Guys trying to get back to 500 before the Christmas break. Turnover as that one down low. They were trying to set up Bryant Nunez down to the left block, and it's off his fingertips out of bounds with 5:11 to go in the second quarter. Bobcats leading by 8 before the break. Trayshawn will get the inbounds pass from Giannetto. He'll trot his way up towards the 10-second line. Into the front court, looking to the left. Passes to Lamar Johnson. High points the basketball at the free throw stripe. Back to Brooks. Sets a screen. He'll roll. It was not there. Zone defense. A little bit different than what we've seen. But Corey Smith knifes through it. Pulls up right side just outside the block. And it's good. And the senior has 6.
Yeah, Corey did a nice job of recognizing the zone. And the old adage, it used to think you can't dribble in a zone. Actually, you need to break down the zone. Often a dribble does a nice job with it. Corey does a great job getting in there for 2.
Oh, get it, Rowe. Heart, hustle, and muscle himself. Up to Giannetto, right wing. After the turnover forced. Giannetto off the glass. Good for 2, and he listens to Dylan. He has 6.
Yeah,
use that glass. It's your friend, I hear.
It's the Tim Duncan rule.
Okay.
It's just going to add 10% to your field goal percentage. But Carter, only 5'10", but he has a good, strong body, able to take contact.
Michael down to left block. He misses that shot. Lamar Johnson with a rebound. Clears out to Trayshawn Brooks. Behind his back. He dribbles the basketball a little out of control. Gathers it back. Cross-court pass to Giannetto. Screen from Lamar Johnson. Just outside the free throw line. Jumper is no good by Giannetto, but he's fouled. He hits the deck, and the foul's going to come in on Tegan Warren, his first of the night. As you see the last drive and the glass usage right there by Giannetto.
It's just a beautiful shot. Get it right off the square, and it goes. And wondering, where were they going to go without leading scorer Kyle Smith on the floor? Carter Giannetto's been really good here in the second quarter.
Giannetto misses the first free throw. 64% free throw shooter on the season. Three dribbles, and the second free throw is good. Splits him, 7 now for Giannetto, and the Bobcats up 25-12. This feels like it was a 4-point game or so just a moment ago. Driving to the paint. A little out of control on the floater by Kelly from the left side. Rebound Bobcats. Under 3.5 to go. Second quarter. Corey Smith, some fancy dribbling. Turnaround jumper. Right block. And Corey Smith, I tell you what, this kid is coming alive, Dylan.
He has great footwork. He's able to work it in the post, but his footwork is so good and his touch around the rim is great. He is being super aggressive but also efficient.
Up by 15. Bobcats get the basketball back. A turnover. Under 3 minutes to go. Giannetto will bring the ball over the midcourt stripe into the front court. Angles to the left wing. Handoff Trayshawn Brooks. Brooks crossover down to left block, loses the basketball out of bounds, turnover Bobcats. And just as we talked so much about Trayshawn being a good ball handler, he's had a couple turnovers here tonight that have cost the Bobcats, but not on the scoreboard.
Yeah, who doesn't have a turnover, but a little bit of a turnstile there is Corey Smith with the 2.
Oh, spin move. Good move. Couldn't finish on the right side of the rack as Craig Farley with the layup, no good. And we have a timeout on the floor. Head coach Mike Apple will take a timeout with his Bobcats leading 15 up on the Marshalltown Hy-Vee scoreboard, 2:24 second quarter, right here on your home for the Cats. News Talk 1230, KFJb AM 93.9 FM, and on KFJb-TV.
At Sports Plus Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, we customize each patient's treatment plan to their individual needs. What does that mean? It means that not every back or knee problem is treated the same, and that your program will be unique and designed especially for your needs or problem. This improves how quickly you will return to work or sports. The Sports Plus staff is encouraging and takes pride in your successful recovery. This is just one more reason why champions choose Sports Plus Physical Therapy as their favorite place to rehabilitate and train.
Hey Bobcat Nation, it's Jacob Hayes. You're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJb-tv.
Get a look at first-year head coach DeMarco Turner right there on KFJb-tv, an East grad, and he played at Central College. And I kind of like the style that he's got so far. He's got a younger squad and a squad that's really new. We highlighted that in our key to the game tonight.
Yeah, they're going to pressure the perimeter on defense. You see him man-on-man. I really like the energy. The efficiency's just not there yet.
Yeah, no, not quite there. And Corey Smith buries a 3 from the far side, and the Bobcats are up 30-12. How about it? Corey Smith having a night.
He's got 9 here in the second quarter, 11 on the game.
He's like, I'm a little hungry. I need a handheld from Calvin Rocket. Turnover. Right. Giannetto has it blocked. Good play right there by Tegan Warren. Forced the turnover. But what a play right there. Corey Smith coming from behind blocks the shot of Michael. And that is a hustle play right there that results in a nice play for the senior.
This offseason had a chance to sit down with Coach Apple, and he was like, I think Corey Smith is the X factor for how our season go. And as he's gotten better, the Bobcats gotten a lot better again in the young season.
This is the most confident I've ever seen Corey Smith on a basketball court.
Oh, for sure. He came out aggressive last week, and now he's just seeing it go all through. I love what the senior's doing.
Drive down to the right block, cut up by Thiessen. Back out right wing to Warren. Warren tries to knife into the free throw stripe, but he's shut down as Jacob Hayes is checked in for the Bobcats. Pull up right side off the back of the iron. No good, but a tough rebound right there for Bryant Nunez. And second chance opportunity offensively for East. Screen set there, kind of a moving screen, but no call. Back out to Michael right wing as we approach 60 seconds. In this second quarter of action, 1:01 on the clock. It stops. Turnover Michael as he lost it off himself out of bounds. Bobcats get it back, leading 30-12.
They've done a nice job bringing that help defender. That time it was Jacob Thiessen getting his hand in there.
Thiessen kicks out Hayes. Now to Giannetto. Back to Corey Smith. A crossover initially. Oh, Michael. Bounces away from him in the zone defense. They do trade. Giannetto pulls up right high post off the right side of the iron. 4 Scarlets hanging around there. They get the rebound. Farley with the basketball. Spin move as he goes up court. Giannetto swipes at it. Boy, that layup's in and out. No good. Scarlets keep the basketball. I think that was off of Thiessen or Corey Smith right there. As 30 seconds remain in the second quarter. We have the girls with a running clock. We have the opportunity for the boys with a running clock potentially here tonight on the road. I can tell you, in my a little over 4 years of calling Bobcat games, we have never had that happen in a night. A play down low to the left block. Nunez, left-handed layup is good. That's his second bucket of the night. He has 4, 30-14. Bobcats leading before halftime.
He's a load. He's a big, strong young guy in the post and just use that strength to put up his second bucket of the day.
Corey Smith with the basketball. Bobcats play for the final shot of this first half. Dribbles into the paint. Kick out to Rogelio Sarin. 3 seconds. Sarin, air ball. Thiessen, put back. And that's how we will end the first half with the Bobcats leading 30-14. not error-free, couldn't get some shots to go, but you take a 30-14 lead to the break. Not a ton that you can complain about in that first half.
Especially defensively in that second quarter, giving up 5 points. They were much cleaner on the glass. I really thought the intensity. Kyle Smith goes out with 2 fouls. Where are we going to get points from? Well, it's going to be from his older brother, Corey Smith, with 9 in the second, 11 for the game.
Bobcats looking to get back to the 500 mark by Christmas break. Their final one before the break. As Ames Little Cyclones wait for them right around the corner, January 5th. We're at halftime down at Sam Powell Court from Des Moines East High School. This is Bobcat basketball. You're watching KFJb-tv.
You're an empty nester closing in on that retirement property. Chances are your plans didn't include mom moving in, but life happens and you do the right thing. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement means caring for yourself and a loved one, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Scouts in Marshalltown go on fun adventures. Scouts learn about the outdoors. Scouts learn character building. Scouts learn citizenship. Scouts learn life skills. Scouts learn to be leaders. Scouts go to fun summer camps, and Scouts get a head start in life. Marshalltown has produced over 200 Eagle Scouts in our over 70-year history and have provided over 1 million hours of service to our community. To learn more about joining Scouting in Marshalltown, go to iascouts.org. Adventure on!
This is Lindsay, Director of the Embers Retirement Community in Marshalltown. The holidays are a very special time at the Embers. We decorate the common areas with beautiful, festive decorations. Our residents personalize their apartments with their own decorations too. Family members from around the area and the country come to visit their loved ones. It's a fun time of the year, full of warmth. This time next year, you could be decorating your own apartment. Wishing you a safe and Merry Christmas from the Embers Retirement Community.
KFJb-tv presents the Bobcat Halftime Report.
At halftime, Bobcats leading 30-14 up on the Marshalltown Hy-Vee scoreboard on a Super Tuesday. Ladies took it to Des Moines East. We'll talk to Brian Murphy coming up in just a moment, 59-20. But the Bobcats looking to do the same thing in the boys' game, looking to get back to the 500 mark and off to a good start. How about Corey Smith? 11 leads the Bobcats at the break.
The 11 points are great, but you made a mention of it. The aggressiveness and the confidence when the ball's in his hands. He feels like he can do anything, and so far he's not wrong.
Yeah, that is for sure. Bobcat ladies were aggressive, got themselves a big blowout victory, 59-20. We'll talk to Brian Murphy when we come back. This is Bobcat basketball. You're watching Super Tuesday on KFJb-tv.
The right insurance agent can make all the difference. Assured Partners agents represent multiple insurance companies. They can pick and choose from a larger variety of outstanding insurance options. Assured Partners also handles life and health insurance and Medicare supplement coverage. With access to local, regional, and national insurance companies, Assured Partners will create policies tailored to the coverage you need. For more information, go online to assuredpartners.com/Marshalltown. Power through partnership with Assured Partners in Marshalltown, Toledo, and West Des Moines.
At Honest Heating and Cooling, they take comfort seriously. Their latest offering? Smart Integrity Monitoring. Combined with an honest maintenance plan, it takes all the guessing out of home comfort. Their technicians take accurate measurements of all the necessary parameters and deliver you the truth about where your home's comfort stands. If you're not measuring, you're just guessing. That's honest. Get a Smart Integrity Monitoring plan and let the Honest team watch over your home's comfort 24/7. Honest Heating and Cooling.
Today's game on KFJb-tv is brought to you by Assured Partners, power through partnership. Boy Scouts of America, Adventure On. Edward Jones, Zach Wall, your financial advisor in Marshalltown. Embers Retirement Community, independent living for active seniors. Honest Heating and Cooling, let the Honest team watch over your home's comfort 24/7.
Welcome back into the Laurel Diesel Services post-game interview here with Bobcat girls coach Brian Murphy. 59-20, big smiles all around. Bobcats' 4th win on the season. We said it off air. Every single girl that played tonight scored.
Yep, makes it a fun night. Everybody contributed, both ends of the floor. It was a good balanced attack, and overall there's a lot to feel good about.
You see Kinsley Bowie early. Georgia Jansen had 7 points to finish out that first quarter. She ended up in double figures. Kinsley, Georgia, and then Amara Johnson. What can you say about just the defensive intensity tonight that really locked the Scarlet down?
Yeah, I mean, we've said all season that when we apply good ball pressure on the ball, it makes things a lot easier off the ball. So, I mean, Georgia's somebody that, I mean, she's great at anticipating. I mean, you see the soccer side of her come out a lot where she anticipates and gets out in front. So, you know, we had a lot of great ball pressure all night. And we had a lot of girls anticipate and get the ball out. And, you know, it's a lot easier to score in transition when the defense is behind you instead of getting set up in the half court.
Yeah, all that pressure was evident all night long. But the biggest thing last year, 3 wins. This year, 4 wins. Now we're going into Christmas. What's your message to the team as they get headed into Christmas season and have a little bit of break before Ames?
Yeah, I mean, certainly we're happy with the 4 wins we've got. Not satisfied. I mean, I think it's clear we've got a lot to still clean up. The girls recognize that. But the good news is going into break, you know, we've got some wins to build off of, but we're not trying to build from the bottom up. So, you know, I think the girls are excited, looking forward to it, but they also recognize that there's a lot of things we got to clean up because there's a lot of teams ahead of us that we know that we can beat if we play the way that we can. You know, we get Fort Dodge again. We're looking forward to that one because that was one we watched film and, you know, a couple small things here and there that add up, and suddenly that game gets out of hand, and we got to take care of business and show everybody the team we can beat consistently.
And one of those teams is the Ames Little Cyclones, which Marshalltown will see as we turn into 2024. This has been the Laurel Diesel Services post-game coaches interview here on KFJb-tv.
Don't let concerns about shifts in the market disrupt your long-term financial goals. Edward Jones financial advisor Zach Wall can help. He'll work with you on an investment strategy for long-term results. Edward Jones can give you the tools and knowledge for a steady approach to hitting your financial targets. Get started by giving Zach Wall a call at 641-752-3017 in Marshalltown or visiting edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
With over 10,000 cars at our disposal, Jensen Ford...
Hold on. That's not really how we do things at Jensen Ford.
How about, it's never been a better time to buy a brand new...
Yeah, we don't really do that either. When you're ready to buy a car, we'll be ready to help.
Try this. We'll get you in and out faster than a speeding...
We don't do that either. At Jensen Ford, we'll take as much time as you need to find the right vehicle. We're not just moving cars, but we're building relationships.
Oh, maybe more of a... This is where your family buys their vehicles.
There you go. More like that.
Welcome back to Des Moines East Iowa Lions Conference basketball. Happy holidays. We hope you have a great Christmas. Thanks for rounding out the front half of the basketball schedule with the Bobcat boys basketball team with us. Adjustments for the second half tonight.
When we look on the offensive end, it really just comes getting it into the paint, getting the dribble into the paint and then kicking out, and then it's just executing, knocking those shots down. Defensively, love to be able to see Nunez get pushed off the block. They've given up a few offensive rebounds there. Just tighten that up, and the Bobcats should see the record go to 4-4.
Second half is coming up in just a little bit. You're watching Bobcat basketball on KFJb-tv.
You'll find the perfect mattress for you at McGregor's Furniture and Mattress. You choose the firmness, comfort, and support level, all at a great price. McGregor's always has a great selection of sofas, recliners, dining room, and bedroom furniture to help you live and relax in comfort and style. Their staff will help you find just what you're looking for. McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, downtown Marshalltown, is open 7 days a week. They're proud to support Bobcat Athletics.
What up, Bobcat Nation? This is Jose Vargas, and you're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJb-tv.
Up on the Marshalltown Ivy scoreboard, 30-14 Bobcats. Let's get a Central State Bank scoreboard update, Dylan.
We have a final in Waukee Northwest 60, Urbandale 52. Union Community leads East Marshall 55-42 at the start of the fourth. Colonesco leads after 3 quarters 45-40 over Collins Maxwell. Perry beat West Marshall in overtime 61-52. And then PCM 38, South Hamilton 33. And in the first game here in Des Moines, Marshalltown girls win 59-20 over the East Scarlet, moving their record to 4-5.
Coming up after the game, we'll name our player of the game, all presented by Calvin Rocket Bar and Grill in Marshalltown. Visit Calvin Rocket pre or post-game. Bobcats in their blue tops and blue bottoms will get the basketball to begin the second half on the road tonight in Des Moines East. On Sam Powell Court, I'm Brandon Lewis. Dylan Does alongside me tonight. Trayshawn Brooks with the basketball, throws it to Giannetto, almost stolen away. Now back to Trayshawn, kicks far side corner. Three is no good for Kyle Smith, but Corey Smith with the rebound. Left block, goes up strong with it, pour it in. Corey Smith with 13.
Sometimes it's just about going for it. He was so quick off getting that offensive rebound and that soft touch.
Bobcats back with it on the defensive end, trying to guard down low. Bright Nunez, 6 in the game. He's caused a few issues down there in the paint.
Yeah, they tried to double him right underneath the hoop. Wasn't going to work. He easily put it in for 2.
Trayshawn went right down the paint, and now a jumper just inside the three-point arc on the right wing. It is pure right there for the sophomore. And Kyle Smith, he has 8 in the game, and now Kyle Smith comes up with another steal. He's one of the top stealers in Class 4A, and a foul's going to be on the floor. Boy, Rogelio Sarin hit his right hip hard. So did Travion Kelly. A charge is going to be called on Des Moines East. Bobcats get the basketball, Rogelio Sarin with the charge.
Yeah.
As looks like Rogelio's going to be okay as he's kind of limping off a little bit. Came down on that right hip hard, but Trayvon Kelly drew the charge against Rogelio Sarin, who picks up his first foul of the night.
Yeah, those hip things, that does not feel good whatsoever.
Bobcats leading by 18 on the road. Des Moines East tonight. Going to pick up another big win. Get themselves back to 500 on the season. Spin move, free throw line, moving in. Travion Kelly. And he's got his first bucket of the night.
That was smooth.
Lamar Johnson out high. Corey Smith rotating it near side. Giannetto takes a 3. Why not? They gave him room, and he makes him pay. 10 for Giannetto.
CG3 right there. Love that aggressive. First couple haven't knocked down, but he still saw himself open and knocked it down.
A 3 to respond. That one off the front side of the iron. Lamar Johnson came down with a basketball initially, and he hurt and aggravated that hip again. But meanwhile, Trayshawn Brooks on the fast break. 6 for Trayshawn, and hopefully Lamar Johnson is okay. It looked like he kind of hurt that hip again, that right hip. Out high with the basketball, Trayvon Kelly with the basketball, and they move it over to Craig Farley. Now at the free throw line, Jamal Taylor, high point the basketball, tries to drive down, kick, and off the hands of Kelly, out of bounds, just a little bit high. He points to his chest, and that's on him. And there's that last play. Trayshawn, so tough to catch up to. He is so quick.
He's not super thick, but he is strong. When he's got the ball going to the rack, it's a joy to watch. Finishes strong for his 6th point.
Lamar Johnson feeds. The 3 is good from the left wing for Kyle Smith. His 3rd of the night, 5 in the second half, 11 overall for Kyle Smith. The Bobcats up 42-18.
Love Bobcats already have 3 scorers in double digits.
3 to try to respond off the back of the iron. Kind of deadens there. Kyle Smith got the rebound initially. Batted away. Giannetto picked it up court to Trayshawn. Pushes the issue baseline. Corey Smith now to his brother Kyle Smith. Looking to get that one from the left wing, but Giannetto skies the rack. Gets the rebound. Now to Corey Smith. Extra kick. Now a kick back out to the left wing. Extra passes all over. 3 is halfway down for Giannetto. Can't get it to go. And maybe a little bit of a frustration foul for the Bobcats as Lamar Johnson picks up the foul, his 2nd of the night, as I saw him kind of verbally say to his coach, Mike Apple, I'm all right, as that right hip looks to be not bothering him quite so much. But I do notice him grimacing right now just a little bit as he's just kind of standing there. It looks like he's trying to stretch out that hip a little bit.
Yeah, you can tell. He says he's all right, but
that's because he wants to play.
Yeah, that's because he wants to play, not because he's all right.
Yeah, that's for sure. When you're younger, things don't hurt as much. Ball rolling all around. Almost a travel on the floor right there by East, but they get it back to Michael at the top of the key. Now bounce pass down to Taylor. Right block, trying to go to work against Corey Smith. Hands straight up. That was enough to get in the way. Kyle Smith comes away with the rebound for the Bobcats. Boy, defense has been all over the place tonight. I've been pretty impressed.
Really good. Offensively, they've moved the ball really well, just have missed shots.
Extra pass there. Trayshawn Lane opens up. Finger roll. Trayshawn, 8 in the game.
My goodness, when he's locked and loaded, ready to go to the rack, he's going to get there.
And Trayshawn, speaking of getting to the rack, he gets the rebound right there on the other side. Now to Lamar Johnson, good hesitation move, goes inside, has a shot blocked from behind. Tate Warren excited he made the play, but Tate, you might want to check out the scoreboard, buddy.
Look at that, ripped it through the lane, just a little skip to the lane for 8. He's got 8 points here tonight.
So good in ball movement.
Yeah.
And then that kind of sets that up because, ball movement, and then Trayshawn goes into the lane, and it's wide open. And that's all created because the defense was scrambling around trying to find guys. Lamar Johnson at the line for 2 as he was fouled. As they didn't say that was a clean block. Free throw is no good. Lamar 0 for 3 at the stripe. Looking to get the second half, and he will. Right there, Lamar Johnson, his first point of the game. 6 points off the bench Friday night against Fort Dodge, and he'll check out here after the made free throw. But we talked about it earlier. If he can really get things going, it's another threat that the Bobcats bring to the table.
It's another one in that kind of 3-4-man rotation in the front where he can get rebounds, get some defense going. And Lamar's just a quick jumper, too.
Yeah, he's so strong where even if there's a 2-3 inch difference between the guys, he's going to be physical enough to get in there and make some plays. Couple of jump shots don't go. Kyle Smith with the rebound. Clear out to Trayshawn Brooks. He'll push up court. Gets it to Rogelio Sarin. He slows it down. Bobcats almost turned it over, but Giannetto brings it back in. Kicks to Kyle Smith. Boom! Another 3. He has 4 in the game. Of course, number 1 in the state of Iowa in threes made per game at 4.4. He's right there on that average. Number 1 overall with 31 threes made this year in 4A.
I'm not shocked, but I'm shocked at just the level of confidence. He shoots it with as much confidence if he's made 3 in a row or missed 3 in a row.
Now Giannetto, great defense. Layup is good as he rips it away and takes it all the way in. 5 in the second half for Giannetto, and the Cats are rolling 50-18, 2:29, third quarter on KFJb-tv.
This is Brady from Legends American Grill. The holiday season is upon us, and it's time to book your company or family get-togethers today. Legends has 2 private party rooms available to help ease with the stress and make your party a success. We even offer party package deals and banquet options to help with your planning process. Call Legends at 641-752-1237 and book your party today. Legends American Grill is Marshalltown Steakhouse.
Hey Bobcat Nation, this is Kyle Smith. You're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJb-tv.
Well, the Bobcats were up 30-14. It was a 16-point at halftime, and now it's turned into a 32-point lead here in the third quarter, and it's been defense. Giannetto with that last score as he had a steal and a layup that was good for 2.
Just spectacular. We talked about the abysmal showing last year. Last year at East, we scored 2 points in the third quarter. So far in this third quarter, we have 17.
Wow.
They're up 17-4 here in the third quarter against the East Scarlet.
Well, Bobcats getting it done on both ends, not just offensively here tonight. Limiting Scarlets to 18 points is impressive in its own right. Bobcats going zone defense here?
Let's look at that. They're back in a man. They might be in a... Yeah, they're in a man.
Okay. Looked like they were setting up at a 2-3 initially there. Drive by Chance Sutton down the right side of the paint. His second field goal of the night. He has 5. Approaching 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Trayshawn Brooks with a basketball. Back to Giannetto, right wing. Now to Kyle Smith. Baseline drive. He'll kick. The senior wide open. Thiessen pops in and out. No good. But Rogelio Sarin with a tough offensive rebound resets things for the Bobcats. Giannetto now top of the key. Trayshawn Brooks. You know, the other thing, there's a lot of guys who smell blood in the water on this team. That's a little bit of a difference, too. Giannetto smells blood. Can he get it? No, it's off the back of the iron. No good. Sutton with the rebound.
It was a good look. All those looks are open.
Shot won't go for East. Trayshawn Brooks with the rebound. Clears it out, brings it up himself near side. Knifes in, left side. Hangs up, and the layup is good for Trayshawn Brooks. 10 now in the game for the senior.
4 Bobcats already in double figures. This hasn't just been one person. It's been the whole team pouring it on against East.
Now Trayshawn forces a pick. He gets it himself. It's a 3-on-1 extra pass. Gets Thiessen, the senior, his first bucket of the night, and the assist. One of the best guys doing it. 6.3 assist in 4A. That's number 2.
And I have a feeling he knew he was going to Jacob and not Kyle just because that would be the senior's first bucket. That's how this team thinks. They want everybody to eat at all time. Completely unselfish basketball here tonight.
Michael getting trapped momentarily. Now Sutton drives baseline. Kick out far side corner. 3 is off the right side of the iron. Trayshawn gets a rebound. Clears it out to Giannetto. Up the court quickly near side. Back to Trayshawn Brooks, who trails behind the play. 15 seconds to go, third quarter. Cats, their largest lead of the night right now by 34 points on the road. Now back to Giannetto. Steps in for a 3. Right wing splash! Giannetto, his second 3 of the night. And the Bobcats take a 37-point lead to the fourth quarter on KFJb-tv.
Some drivers trade cars every year or every other year. Some drive their cars till they drop. Whatever kind of driver you are, Lennox Employees Credit Union is here to get you into the car for your style of driving. You're invited to go to our website, lennoxecu.com, for membership eligibility and loan rates, or call the office to talk to a loan officer. The loan process is quick and easy. Low auto loan rates from Lennox Employees Credit Union, 1004 East Main Street in Marshalltown. Member NCUA.
This is Corey Smith, and you're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJb-tv.
37-point lead. We'll have a running clock for the fourth quarter. This is the first time ever in my career calling Bobcat games we'll have a running clock in the boys and girls, but it's all set up by Giannetto on the 3, and I believe Trayshawn's going to pick up the assist right there on that play.
He's been so good. Trey's been so good doing everything. Does have 10 points, but Giannetto's knocked down a couple threes. Having some rhythm. He has 15 points tonight after 14 points the other night. Marshalltown has 57 points right now. They had 30 at half. 27 third quarter points for the Bobcats. They only gave up 6.
Impressive. Up on the Hy-Vee scoreboard, Bobcats 57-20 on our Central State Bank scoreboard update real quick. Dylan, we got any scores kind of coming in here?
Centennial beats Ankeny 63-52. Iowa City West 84. Cedar Rapids Jefferson 59.
Giannetto gets the steal and brings it up court quickly himself. Kyle Smith, a 3. Boom! Right there, Kyle Smith, another one, his 5th of the night. No one can stop this sophomore. Sutton in transition, he'll put it off the glass to answer for 2. But my quick math tells me you won't catch up making 2s compared to all those 3s.
No, but Sutton with a nice athletic move. He's 6'2", 6'3" guy. Has made some moves, made some buckets here tonight.
Yep. Trayshawn Brooks up high, over to Giannetto. 3, hey, why not? Off the front of the iron. And that one will not go. Michael in transition. Trayshawn Brooks got enough in the way, I think, to kind of slap at that ball. Now 3 for the left wing. That one's good. Bryant Nunez, a senior at 6'2". He's a guy that can play.
He's been the problem.
Yeah.
Michael came out and had 6 points quickly in that first quarter. Hasn't done much else, but Nunez has been good all night long.
Yeah, he has 9 in the game. Thiessen, baseline drive, kicks back to the top of the key. Kyle Smith, 6, count him up.
You ask, how can the best shooter in the state of Iowa always be open like that? By dribble, drive, and kicking it, not being unselfish. Continue to move the basketball.
Sutton to respond. We have a foul on the floors. That one will come in on Lamar Johnson, his 3rd of the night. 63-25 is our score. Any other scores that we wanted to make sure we got out there in our scoreboard update?
Yes, we do. We have South Hamilton 58, over PCM 48. Union Community beat East Marshall 72-51. Dyke New Hartford 83. AGWSR 18.
Well, now a block shot. Kyle Smith gets in the mix. That's the thing. The kid isn't just wanting to get points.
No.
He's also wanting to play really good defense. Kick wide open. That one off the right side of the iron. Couldn't get his 7-3 to go. In transition, a little cherry picking by Bryce Dix. And it's good. His second, that's his first bucket of the night. He has 2 now. 5.5 minutes to go, fourth quarter. Bobcats all over the Scarlets, 63-27. Giannetto now left wing, back over to the right wing. Lamar Johnson controlled the basketball. Double it around, he'll underhand it to Trayshawn Brooks. Bobcats will slow things down here. Not a bad call here. Now Trayshawn, left high post, kicks out. Thiessen left wide open, and the senior can't get that one to go. Now the Bobcats almost force a, nice play as Giannetto just rips it away from Michael. And that's number 7 right there. Kyle Smith, big night for the sophomore, 66-27. You've got to be kidding me.
He's got 5 in the second half. He sat because of foul trouble early.
Sutton lost the basketball initially. Now they get it back to the top of the key. Dix takes a 3. It's off the left side. Kyle Smith, he's got to have a double-double, too. He's got a lot of rebounds here tonight.
Leads the team with about 6.5 rebounds a game, but tonight he's just been everywhere.
Lamar Johnson tips it out, almost got a rebound after the Giannetto miss. Layup in transition's no good, but Michael's there to clean it up. Got the rebound. Putback is no good, and I believe Giannetto's going to pick up the foul here for the Bobcats. And it will be on Jacob Thiessen. Is that who they ruled that on? All right, Jacob Thiessen, his first foul of the night. Clock stops at 4:19, fourth quarter, 66-27. And Abel Michael, a 50% free throw shooter, his first point of the second half. He has 7 in the game. Hayes checks in. Corey Smith is in as Giannetto and Lamar Johnson check out for the Bobcats. Boy, what a game, though. Fun to see this team in transition, especially. They are good. High school teams sometimes, as Michael misses the free throw now, was that Jacob Hayes that got a block in there?
Hayes got the block there.
Yeah. High school teams sometimes struggle in transition, right? Yeah. Like that could be one of the key points where they really, how do you get down court quickly? Corey Smith has his shot blocked, but Hayes is there, cleans it up, and now Hayes gets himself in the stat column for 2.
Yeah, it's been really fun. This team, when they're rolling, is so much fun to watch as he throws it errantly out of bounds because it's so unselfish. Davis Ragland's going to get his first run as well. They're so unselfish. They love to get the ball going. You can tell they love to play together, and they love to play fast.
I just saw that 7th made 3 of the night right there on our KFJb-tv replay. Kyle Smith, 7 tonight. Just impressive. No one, I believe, is going to catch him anytime soon, at least not before Christmas, in the leader in the state with 3-point buckets made.
Yeah, specifically not during a game because his last 4 games, 24 threes. He's averaging in his last 4 games 6 threes a game. Maybe more.
You have got to be kidding me.
This is ridiculous,
8 threes folks. On the night for Kyle Smith.
He is the best shooter in the state, and I don't think it's all that close. This is incredible.
71-28, and now he gets a rebound. He's got a double-double for sure. Corey Smith with the basketball over the timeline, down to the right block, and a reverse layup. Boy, these Smith boys know how to ball, Dylan.
Goodness gracious, his parents have got to be grinning ear from ear up there. Their boys have been dominant here tonight.
73-28, 2.5 minutes to go. Moines East with a few extra reserves in there. Abel Michael has been shut down in the second half as he hits the deck. Ball will go out of bounds, and they say he was fouled. I believe Ragland. No, it's going to be on Corey Smith, and Corey Smith will pick up the foul. That's the 3rd foul on the Bobcats here in the fourth quarter. Trayshawn Brooks and Kyle Smith, big hand to them from the Bobcat faithful on the road tonight. Huge night for the sophomore.
He was absolutely huge. Trey did a great job on the defensive glass and facilitating here tonight. Just a team win.
Michael, his long-range threes off the front of the iron in the student section. A big cheer right there because the senior Ryan Schmidt has checked in. He got the rebound right there for the Bobcats. Now Corey Smith dribbling it out, top of the key, guarded by Michael. He'll turn around, fire it to Hayes, and a timeout on the floor. 1:27 to go in this one. We'll take a timeout with them. Cats rolling 73-28.
You planned and saved for your child to go to college, but medical school after graduation was a surprise. A happy, expensive surprise. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When opportunities surprise you, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Hi, this is Lamar, and you're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJb-tv.
All smiles tonight on Sam Powell Court at Des Moines East. Bobcats smoking the Scarlets 73-28. Up on the Marshalltown Hy-Vee scoreboard, Hayes looking around, gets the ball inbounds. There's Tate Ring. He's checked in. And Jor let it soar. There we go. Dwight Jor into the game. Bobcats working around the perimeter. Davis Ragland, Ryan Schmitz. 5 on the floor for the Bobcats, as well as Jacob Hayes. Jor has it ripped away from Michael, and Michael will take it all the way in. And I heard Michael kind of scream a little bit. I don't know if he rolled his ankle on the way in, but Jor will pick up the foul for the Bobcats with 59 seconds to go in this one, as Michael will head to the free throw stripe.
Yeah, Jor kind of left the ball out there like a loaf of bread, and Michael's too good, too athletic, too lanky to do that in front of him.
And Michael at the line will take a quick timeout. 59 seconds to go at Des Moines East. This is Bobcat Basketball. You're watching KFJb-tv.
Small businesses are the backbone of our community. Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce reminds you that when you shop locally, you are benefiting members of our community and adding to our local community overall. You'll find local business owners are generally more knowledgeable, provide better service, and even know their customers by name. Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce exists to be an advocate for our business community. Membership in the Chamber benefits your business and adds to the strength of our advocacy efforts. For more information on shopping locally and Chamber membership, go to Marshalltown.org.
What's up, Bobcat Nation? This is Ryan Schmidt, and you're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJb-tv.
Michael made both of the free throws, so it's 73-29. Scarlets down to the Bobcats. 30 seconds to go. Bobcats had turnover on the offensive side of things as Ryan Schmidt was getting a pass from Tate Ring. It was a little too hot to handle. And now a steal by Adam Boone, who's checked in. He has his shot blocked from behind. And East will go up court quickly with Michael, and a layup as he bumps Ragland on the way up. It is good for 2. 73-32. Ryan Schmidt with 5 seconds. And Bobcats will let it run out. 73-32, the final score. Huge victory tonight for the Bobcats. They get the record back to 500 heading into the Christmas break.
Holy cow, this is a different team with Trey Brooks, and now that Kyle's got it rolling, Corey's got it rolling, this is a legitimate team that has opportunity to make noise in the Iowa Alliance North.
Yeah, a really good win here tonight, 73-32. The final is the Bobcats blow out the Scarlets. This is Bobcat Basketball. You're watching KFJb-tv. As you walk inside, you know right away the place for fun is Wayward Social. There's always plenty of bowling action, so plan for your next outing to include bowling at Wayward Social. Also, meet your friends for lunch, dinner, or your favorite beverages. You will also absolutely love their daily lunch specials, Monday through Friday, including endless pizza by the slice. You choose the toppings. Wayward Social is now open at 11:30 a.m., 7 days a week. Wayward Social on South 6th Street in Marshalltown.
This is Jacob Thiessen. You're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJb-tv.
On Sam Powell Court, Bobcats dominate 73-32. We head to the locker room report coming up next on a Super Tuesday, right here on your home for the Cats, KFJb-tv.
Ready to take the next step in your education? Look no further. Marshalltown Community College is your ticket to endless opportunities. Our dedicated faculty and diverse programs are your pathway to success. Whether you're pursuing a career in healthcare, industry, or earning your AA degree, MCC offers the flexibility you need. We provide convenient online classes and locations in Marshalltown and Grinnell. Picture yourself thriving at MCC. Your journey begins now. Discover more at MarshalltownCommunityCollege.com.
You should never have to wait after ordering new appliances. At Penn's Appliance, you wouldn't. With an incredible selection in stock and ready to install today. Our friendly team is here to help you pick the perfect set to match your style. And let our professional technicians install and set up your new appliances, often delivering the very next day. Stop in today, see all the new features, and find your new look at Penn's Appliance. For sales and service of everything appliance, go see the Pence team.
The KFJb-tv Locker Room Report, presented by Wells Fargo Advisors in Marshalltown.
Well, welcome into the Locker Room Report here tonight from Des Moines East High School. I'm Brandon Lewis. He's Dylan Doze, and our KFJb-tv crew here along with us tonight as the Wells Fargo Advisors Locker Room Report. You can find them at 14 Southridge Road in Marshalltown. Clean sweep tonight. Girls, running clock and a win against the Des Moines East girls, and the boys the same thing, a running clock and a win, 73-32.
Yeah, girls win by 39, boys win by 41. That is an incredible night of basketball. Yeah. And it both happened it was defense first on both ends of the doubleheader. Defense, that pressure, turning them over. And then when you have such an unselfish team, from the first guy to the last guy, doesn't matter who scores, get it to the best opportunity to score. It makes basketball so much fun to watch. And then you just see what a sophomore does. He had 2 threes in that first quarter, but sat most of the second quarter due to foul problems. Well, he comes out. Is he going to be cold? Nope. He's going to hit 6 second-half threes to have 8 in the game. There's one. See number 10, knocks it down. There is going to be a game this year where his number of threes in a game matches his jersey. He's going to get to that double digits because he is an ice-cold assassin out there from 3.
That is for sure. 26 tonight for Kyle Smith. His brother 15 for Corey Smith. Carter Giannetto 15. Those are guys that are just continuing to put things together. I mean, this team overall, when you've got multiple guys in scoring figures like they did tonight. Trayshawn with 10 and 2 for Rahelio Sarin. He didn't even have his best game, but he still did really great things tonight.
Well, and we said Kyle sat most of the second quarter due to foul trouble. Well, it was the senior Corey Smith, and Carter Giannetto had 14 of the 16 Bobcat points in that second quarter to extend that lead a little bit more. Really, we've talked about it, but Corey is in such a locked-in mode right now, and Carter's starting to get there, had a couple threes fall tonight. It is so cool to see the seniors playing some of their best basketball of their career.
That's for sure. Abel Michael leads Des Moines East with 11 tonight, 9 for Bryant Nunez for the Scarlets. 32 points for the Scarlets tonight, 73 for the Bobcats as they go to 4-4. Scarlets drop to 1-7 before the Christmas break. Both these teams off until after the new year. This is the Locker Room Report. You're watching KFJb-tv.
You look forward to retirement as your time to relax. But now that it's here, turns out relaxation is overrated and you'd rather get back to work with an idea of your own. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement plans change course, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
At Sports Plus Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, we customize each patient's treatment plan for individual needs. What does that mean? It means that not every back or knee problem is treated the same, and that your program will be unique and designed especially for your need or problem. This improves how quickly you will return to work or sports. The Sports Plus staff is encouraging and takes pride in your successful recovery. This is just one more reason why champions choose Sports Plus Physical Therapy as their favorite place to rehabilitate and train.
Today's game on KFJb-tv is brought to you by Jensen Ford, with you every mile along the way. Legends American Grill, Marshalltown Steakhouse, Lennox Employees Credit Union, LennoxECU.com, Marshalltown Area Chamber, Marshalltown, more than ever. Marshalltown Community College, a step in the right direction.
Welcome back to Des Moines East High School. Brandon Lewis, Dylan Dose with you tonight as we wrap things up. I get a regional scoreboard update, all brought to you by Central State Bank. Discover what Central State Bank can do for you. Locations in Ames, State Center, and West Des Moines.
Des Moines Lincoln traveled to Norwalk but didn't come home with a win. Norwalk 55, Lincoln 32. Grundy beats Appleton Parkersburg 67-51. Valley defeats Southeast 68-55. Gladbrook Rhinebeck beats Wapsie Valley 53-33. Colonesco wins by 11 over Collins Maxwell. Ankeny Centennial beats Ankeny by 11. Iowa City West beat Cedar Rapids Jefferson, who we'll see next month, by 25. And Union Community took care of my Mustangs 72-51.
Now time for our player of the game, all brought to you by Calvin Rocket Bar and Grill of Marshalltown. Probably not a huge gander.
It was definitely up for grabs up until
somebody made
three after three in that second half. Counted
39
8 in total
on the season.
39 in total, and I was telling you off air, Drake Capeyu led this team in three-pointers made last year with 42.
Wow.
He almost got him by Christmas. So I figure sometime in the second quarter against Ames next month, and he may have the...
Drake Capeyu was a good shooter.
Drake Capeyu was locked and low, one of the best pure shooters from feet all the way to the tips of his hands as a shooter you could see. But he did not have the aggressive nature that Kyle Smith does.
That's our Calvin Rocket Bar and Grill Player of the Game. Each game, Calvin Rocket awards a free handheld to the Bobcat Player of the Game. We are single-handedly helping feed the Smith family this season, that is for sure. 73-32. This is Bobcat basketball. We'll talk to head coach Mike Apple next here on KFJb-tv.
Hey Bobcats, this is Garrett with Calvin Rocket. I'm happy to partner up with KFJb and continue the tradition of Bobcat Player of the Week. Follow us on social media for all your Calvin favorites, news specials, and exciting news that's coming down the road. Stop on in and give us a try. We're open Monday through Thursday, 11 to 9 p.m., Friday and Saturday, 11 to 10 p.m., and starting September 10th, we'll be open on Sundays for the start of the NFL season. We'll see you at Calvin Rocket, and go Bobcats.
You planned and saved for your child to go to college, but medical school after graduation was a surprise. A happy, expensive surprise. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When opportunities surprise you, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
The KFJb-tv Locker Room Report, presented by Wells Fargo Advisors in Marshalltown.
Time for our post-game chat with Coach, all brought to you by Laurel Diesel Services, your locally owned qualified diesel mechanics. We were just chatting about it with Dylan and I, Coach, as we welcome in head coach Michael Apple. 39 threes made on the season now for Kyle Smith. Are you just watching in like envy out there? I mean, was your three that good?
No,
not that good.
No,
okay.
It wasn't. Yeah, when he gets it going, man, it's like that thing's that hoop's a big old huge bucket, and he's like, it's a little surprising if he doesn't make it sometimes. Yeah. But we got a lot of open looks tonight, which was great for us, and he was able to make over half of them. So he had 8 threes tonight. So
yeah,
he's usually going to make a lot of them if he's open.
And not only that, but I mean, he's just a naturally gifted athlete. I've seen him on the golf course as well during the Bobcat fundraiser during the summer, and he was a good golfer. I mean, I don't think there's a lot that kid can't do well. I know he started some games in football, so I mean, it's all coming together for him.
He is. He's very kind of like how his dad is. That's what people have told me about him, is basically anything he did, he was pretty good at.
Yeah.
I think he gets a little bit of that from his dad. Not taking away anything from Shelley, but
One thing you said, he's getting wide open looks, and it has to, just for people watching, just looking at TV, how is he always wide open? But you see Trayshawn Brooks and all the people getting it and unselfish play. What do you say about a team that is always moving the basketball?
Well, yeah, that's exactly right. We got some really unselfish guys that are, they if he's open, they're going to find him and get him the ball, and that's huge for us. With Trey with the ability and Carter with the ability to drive it in, and you saw, Corey these last 2 games, his ability to drive in and make things happen as well. It's been a great mix for us.
And the way that I would put it, looking at your team, it seems that they have an abundance of swag but zero ego.
Yeah.
And really, where is it on that team? You look 4 double-digit scorers here tonight. From a leadership perspective, who are you looking at really to drive that?
It starts with our seniors, I think, just understanding the expectations every day we have in practice and just understanding the standard we have of how hard we need to be, how locked in we need to be. And, we have some younger guys and sophomores in Kyle and Jacob Hayes and some juniors that were, new to the team, and they've all really done a nice job of that. Talking to Kyle with some guys just about how he started this season, the one thing that stood out to me is he hasn't had a bad practice. Mm-hmm. And when I mean that, I'm not talking about how he shot it or, if he's turning it over that day. He wants to be there, and he's giving it his all, and he's just locked in. Yeah. Every single day I see him in that locker room, and it's just he's ready to practice. And when you got a guy like that, it's pretty special.
Well, he had a couple assists tonight. He set some guys up. Rogelio had an easy bucket down low and things like that. And I think it'd be easy. You pull up the stat column and you say, boy, man, selfish player, 8 threes. He took all those looks. But guys are setting him up, and he's also getting it done on the defensive side because he's up there in steals in the state as well. So, I mean, he's bringing it on both sides of the ball. It's not just offense.
Absolutely. No, he is, and he's buying into it, and he's getting better and better on defense, and his effort's there. It's just he's learning how to be in the right spots and understanding different personnel when he's guarding different guys and being able to guard the drive a little bit and so forth. And as he matures and gets stronger, all that will help him too. The 16 for 15 threes, if you make more than half of them, though, I mean, that's still we're okay with that. So our guys have a great understanding of that. And obviously when he's making them, it's easy to keep getting the ball. And,
other guys are feeding off it right now.
And they are. And when he makes one, then Carter's making one, and it just works. It works well.
Yeah, it's a really fun brand of basketball. Do you feel like, there's a kind of a trying out period for a lot of basketball teams, especially early on in the season, where you're trying to figure out your style, how everybody's going to play together. All that. It seems to have come quickly, especially as we talked in the pregame once Trayshawn got back.
Trey obviously is a huge difference in that. Once he got back, we all gelled a lot better together. Took a lot of pressure off our guys. He can handle the ball and make plays, so that's been huge for us.
Well, I don't need any other Christmas presents because I got my Christmas present tonight. We had running clocks in the boys and girls game.
It was spectacular.
It was a sweep tonight. It's been a long time coming for both programs.
It has, and then credit to the girls program and Coach Murphy. I mean, they've got a lot of young girls playing right now, and then they're doing a nice job of understanding how to play and playing extremely hard. So that's huge. And then our lower level teams both getting a win tonight as well. So awesome. It's a good way to end going into break here.
Yeah. As you go into break, we have Ames on the other side of it, which of course has been the class of the Iowa Alliance North. How are you approaching this break with your team?
Well, I just said, there's no better opponent to open up with when you come
Right.
back. So I said I'm starting to focus on Ames now. You guys don't need to quite yet. But
But you know a thing or two about Vance Downs over there, right?
I do, yeah. I've known Vance for a long time.
Unfortunately and fortunately, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Merry Christmas. Have a good one.
Merry
Congrats on the
Christmas,
win. Bobcats back to 500. That's our Laurel Diesel Services post-game chat with head coach Mike Apple right here on KFJb-TV.
When Mike Overton moved to Laurel, Iowa, he had a vision to have a diesel repair shop that would support his growing family and passion for working on diesel engines. Being part of the East Marshall community means ensuring that farmers, truck drivers, and businesses run smoothly. With a large building and state-of-the-art equipment, Laurel Diesel Services is always up for a challenge. When your farm trucks, semis, or other diesel equipment requires maintenance or the occasional repair, take it to Laurel Diesel Services.
As you walk inside, you know right away the place for fun is Wayward Social. There's always plenty of bowling action, so plan for your next outing to include bowling at Wayward Social. Also, meet your friends for lunch, dinner, or your favorite beverages. You will also absolutely love their daily lunch specials, Monday through Friday, including endless pizza by the slice. You choose the toppings. Wayward Social is now open at 11:30 a.m., 7 days a week. Wayward Social on South 6th Street in Marshalltown.
Small businesses are the backbone of our community. Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce reminds you that when you shop locally, you are benefiting members of our community and adding to our local community overall. You'll find local business owners are generally more knowledgeable, provide better service, and even know their customers by name. Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce exists to be an advocate for our business community. Membership in the Chamber benefits your business and adds to the strength of our advocacy efforts. For more information on shopping locally and chamber membership, go to marshalltown.org.
The KFJb-tv Locker Room Report, presented by Wells Fargo Advisors in Marshalltown.
Locker Room Report, all brought to you by Wells Fargo Advisors in Marshalltown. Brandon Lewis with you for one final time. Bobcats now 4-4 on the season after the win here tonight, 73-32, as the Scarlets drop to 1-7. Your Marshalltown Bobcat ladies improved to 4-5 before the break as well, with a 59-20 victory. I don't think that's right, though.
Yeah, it is.
59-20?
Yep.
Okay. All right. That was the final score from the girls' game as well. Our next game coming up January 5th, Friday showcase as Marshalltown against Ames as the boys and girls from the Roundhouse. Coverage begins at 6 o'clock. Looking forward to bringing you that one after the new year. Thanks so much to our great crew. We hope you have a great Christmas. Spend it with your family, your loved ones, and think about us. And maybe a gift or two if you want.
Yeah, maybe a signed 8x10 glossy with Brandon and I may be in your stocking this year. Who knows?
123 West Main Street, Marshalltown. Anyway, hey, thanks so much to Jeff Brooks. Brooksy back at the KFJb-tv radio studios. Keith Stewart, Jesse DeMeyer on camera. Todd Steckamp, our producer tonight. For Dylan Doze, I'm Brandon Lewis. You've been watching Super Tuesday. We close out the 2023 portion of the season with a big victory by the girls and boys tonight. This is Bobcat basketball. You've been watching KFJb-tv.
Today's game on KFJb-tv was brought to you by Assured Partners, Boy Scouts of America, Edward Jones, Agent Zach Wall, Embers Retirement Community, Honest Heating and Cooling, Jensen Ford, Legends American Grill, Lennox Employees Credit Union, Marshalltown Area Chamber, Marshalltown Community College, McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, Pence Appliance and TV, Wayward Social, Zeno's, Wandering Creek, Wells Fargo Advisors, Laurel Diesel Services, Calvin Rocket, your Marshalltown Hy-Vee, Central State Bank,